Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Feeling overwhelmed and unsure what to do next? Look no further. The personal injury attorneys at Phillips Law Firm are here to help. Phillips Law Firm understands that accidents can turn your life upside down. That's why they're dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve and to making the process as stress-free as possible. Don't wait any longer. Call now, 1-800-JUSTICE, or visit justiceforyou.com.
Looking to give the gift of pleasure? Add a little high heat to keep the desire burning. Or maybe you just need a little self-care. Come to Lovers for the best lingerie and toys to keep things hot this holiday. Save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow Rewards. Just mention LOVE20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow Rewards membership until November 30th. Some exclusions apply.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. There's a new guy on the scene. You know, on the YouTube mashup or making crazy songs out of other songs scene. I don't know what you call those people.
I mean, bored?
Okay. There's a new guy on the board YouTube scene.
What happens when talent, marijuana, and boredom collide?
You get Mac Glocky.
Mac Glocky.
Mac Glocky is a guy on YouTube, and what he does, like a lot of people, is he takes popular songs, re-records them in the style of a popular metal band.
Okay, now I did not know about this guy until this morning, and of course I saw this audio of him doing a recent cover, and of course then I fell down the rabbit hole, and I almost didn't get any of my work done today because I just spent an insane amount of time watching his videos. This dude might be the most talented one of the bunch.
Really?
He's really good.
Whoa, that's saying a lot.
Because not only is his performance, like his musicianship is great, but the production is really good. He's right up there with like Leo from Frog Leap.
Yeah, that's
different.
That's high praise, man.
Yeah, man, this guy is super talented. He deserves. I think but he has about 28,000 subscribers.
That's not a lot in the world of YouTube.
Honestly, like, compared to some of these other ones that we've played, he should be just destroying them.
All right, well, I guess we give him a little pub. We're doing it right now, and we should probably share it.
Mac Glocky.
See if we can get Mac Glocky up to 1 million subscribers.
Now watch, I hyped it up, and you're all going to be like, this sucks.
Yeah, that could be possible. Yeah. But I do like the song he chose. I'm a big fan of Rock Lobster.
Okay.
Well, that brings me back to my 20s, man. That song was the bomb.
Rock Lobster.
Oh, it's a great song.
It's B-52s, right?
Of course.
Rock Lobster.
Oh, man, yeah. That's before he got in his Chrysler.
That's as big as a whale.
So, yeah, this is Rock Lobster, but he made it sound, Mac Glocky made it sound as if System of a Down had written Rock Lobster.
At a party and say hello, fella, the day someone reached in and grabbed it. It was a rock lobster.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's good.
Lobster. This is how you get me to listen to the B-52s.
Yeah. I don't hate this version.
No,
I don't hate this version. I know you guys hate the B-52 as well.
Yes.
I don't think Vicky does. I think Vicky loves
it. I love Rock Lobster.
Yeah, Vicky loves it.
Because she likes karaoke, and that's one of the ultimate karaoke songs.
And it was I feel like the resurgence, and it got really, really popular because of Family Guy.
Of course.
It really just spread like crazy again. That's where I first heard it, and everyone since.
Yeah. I mean, look, there's a lot of stuff you can hate about the 80s, but not the B-52s.
Okay, I'm sorry. I take it all back.
Thank you.
You know what? If it meant that we could get that version, I'm okay with the B-52s because I love that version.
Yeah, it's a good version. And I agree with you. The guy sounds good.
Right?
Yeah, he sounds really good. And, of course, Steve went down the rabbit hole because that's not the first time that Mac Glocky made songs on YouTube, especially ones that sound like System of a Down tracks. Mr. Brightside by The Killers. Yeah, he did that System Style.
Now I'm falling asleep, but she's calling a cab. While he's having a smoke, and she's taking a drag. And they're going to bed, and my stomach gets and it's all in my head, and it's all in my head. But she's touching his chest, and she's touching his chest. And she took off her dress, and he thinks about jealousy. Turning sense into the sea. Swimming through sick lullabies. Shocking and your lullabies. But it's just the bright side day. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes.
This does like Deftones doing versions of other songs, Korn doing like Weezer, Incubus doing different ones. The dude's talented.
Yeah, he really, really is. That's a good version, too.
Yes.
Yeah, I got no complaints with Mac Glocky. He's on YouTube. Mac Glocky. That's the guy you want. And we have, I guess, a couple of those videos up on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. He's a new guy on the scene, even though he's been on the scene for a while, but we just found out about
Just
him.
a couple of weeks ago, they put out a record of some of these covers. So that's available on Spotify and Apple Music and all those places, YouTube.
Go help out the Mac Glocky kid. He's only got 20-something thousand subscribers.
Only, yes.
Yeah, he needs more. There's a dude that received a $1.4 million speeding ticket. How? Why? Steve's going to let you know. He's got the Migs report for you at 6:20 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
It's time to talk about Felix, the pet insurance brand made just for cats. Starting at under $1 a day, you can get whisker-to-tail protection with a plan as unique as your cat. Sorry, dogs. This customizable coverage is exclusively for feline friends. Learn more at FelixCatInsurance.com. That's FelixCatInsurance.com. Get it? Meow.
Insurance is underwritten by Independence American Insurance Company and produced by Independence Pet Group. Pre-existing conditions are not covered. Visit FelixCatInsurance.com/terms for all terms and limitations.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
If you're hearing an informative newscast right now, well, then you must not be listening to BJ and Migs. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys. Well, thanks, you guys, and thanks to Palace Because I need a microphone in front of me for giving us the Migs Report. And today is the day to forgive an ex. It's Forgive an Ex Day.
Okay.
So I don't know if you have an ex in your life.
All right.
But let her know. Let him know. We're cool. Or just don't let them know anything. Just stop thinking about them and move on with your life. Right. I think that's the best way to forgive someone.
Today I got to forgive Russell Wilson.
Mr. Unlimited.
I mean, have you seen how he's been doing?
Yeah, but I'm kind of enjoying that.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, but you're right. I gotta learn to forgive.
It's also National Pasta Day.
Ooh,
which begs the question. And of course, somebody did the research on this. Mm-hmm. What is your favorite pasta shape?
Oh, man.
One of life's toughest questions, BJ.
I'm going to go ziti.
Ziti?
I do. I mean,
all things, not spaghetti?
Yeah, I like me a good ziti.
What is it, a penne also?
Penne.
That's number 2?
Yeah.
Number 1, spaghetti. What about you, Danny?
Bow tie, of course.
Bow tie?
Yeah, I think it's Faffarelli or something like that.
I thought you were about to curse. I'm like, dude, you got the dump button. You don't do that to us. Vicky, what are you going with?
I was going to say farfalle, but my other favorite is angel hair.
What about tortellini?
Tortellini's number 2 on my list.
Oh, that's number 1, I think I'd have to go with.
I was going to go with tortellini, but I do like a good baked ziti. And, I think Noni's pasta at Pagliacci's is baked ziti, so I thought I got to go with that on top.
What about good old ravioli?
Oh, ravioli's good, too, especially what you got inside it. Depends what they stuff it with.
Oh, they could stuff it with, sometimes it's pumpkin, or lobster, or just cheese. You can't go wrong with
stuff it.
With that. Also, I love that they did a research about what is your favorite pasta shape when it comes to macaroni and cheese.
Oh, well, it's got to be the elbows.
Yeah, I was going to say that. That would be mine as well. Yep. Also, they got shells.
Shells are good.
Corkscrews are actually pretty good, too.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about the corkscrews.
Danny, the bow tie.
Of course.
They got that one in there. And then rotini.
Oh, rotini.
All right, let's move on to this guy in Georgia. In a little bit of trouble, and he's a little confused because, well, he was speeding. He was going 90 miles per hour in a 55-mile-per-hour zone.
That's a lot.
It's 35 miles per hour over. Now, he got pulled over. Knew he was going to get hit with a fine for something like that because he's going super fast. But he was very confused when he got the ticket because the ticket was for $1.4 million.
You're a winner, sir.
Now, this guy thought that was a massive typo, so he called the city, and here he is explaining how the city's like, no, that's not a typo.
$1,480,032.51. The lady told me on the phone, I told her this might be a typo, and she said, no, sir, that's the correct amount. You either pay the $1.4 million or appear in court on December the 21st at 1:30 p.m.
Yep, that's a legit thing. Now, the reason being is that they say they put a super, because a lawyer's like, no, man, like at minimum, you get about $1,000 for a traffic violation like that, maybe up to $5,000 or $10,000 for an aggravated criminal charge, but not $1.4 million. Apparently, that is a, quote, placeholder. So it's just basically their way of making sure that you come to court to handle the situation.
Oh, really? They want you to come to court.
It's a bug in the software, according to one story, saying there's no automatic fine. So it just spits out the max number, which apparently is $1.4 million. And the rep did also say that it doesn't mean anything. It's not enforced. So, like, if they're not going to actually charge him $1.4 million, but it showed up on his ticket.
Well, the way that lady told him, it made him sound like he'd have to pay it.
Yeah, well, she's trying to scare him into showing up to court.
Scared straight.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I guess when you're going, almost 40 over, that's what you got to do.
Still $1.4 million.
Yeah.
I don't know what your net worth is at, but I don't think you can afford that these days.
Oh, you're right.
Let's check and see. Danny, we haven't seen what BJ's worth these days.
I was wondering what that guy's net worth was, because is there a way they maybe realized he had cash and said, let's give him the 1.4?
So now we're going to ticket people based on their income.
Now you're talking, buddy.
There's actually countries that do that.
BJ,
that is a thing.
BJ has $10 million in the bank.
Whoa!
Today, so
$10 million. When did that happen? Someone tell me that. I'm out.
Put the pedal to the metal, man. You can afford that kind of a ticket. $10 million?
Oh, man, I wish that was true.
Hey, that's good because you're going to the Kraken game tonight. Steve and I are size 50 jerseys if you want to get us some. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys keep waiting.
Oh.
Just saying.
Just fine. What about a large T-shirt or a snapback hat? Then you don't have to worry about the size.
Oh, you know what? I'll tell you what. You keep waiting. Christmas is coming, and you have friends and family.
Oh, okay. So we can expect some Kraken gear come Christmas
from somebody, I would imagine.
Okay, thanks. All right, I have a story about the strangest giveaway at the strangest place, as a teenager won a Volkswagen Beetle after attending a stranger's funeral.
Wait, what?
Yes, won a Volkswagen Beetle. Apparently, this woman in Oklahoma, she passed away. I love this woman because her last wish was that she wanted to raffle her car off to one lucky person who attended her funeral.
That is a fantastic idea.
Do you think she had a little bit of like she was nervous that nobody was going to come to her funeral? So she's like, you know what, I'm going to do a giveaway?
It does sound like it's one way to get more people to come. It's she may have been.
Because, I mean, I don't know if it's sad or just strange, but it was put in her obituary that she was going to give away this car, or, you know, whoever, the estate's going to give away the car. And the funeral was packed with strangers.
So the people didn't even know her.
No.
And you got a raffle ticket on the way in.
You got a raffle ticket, and then a year later, they picked the winner. I don't know why they took that long, but apparently a year later, they picked the winner, and who won it? A 16-year-old by the name of Gabriella, and here's Gabriella talking about winning this.
We were all very surprised. I was just standing in the middle of the room with my parents around me, and they were trying to figure out what I was so excited about. I'm just really excited to have a reliable car that I can, start out my life with, and it's just a dream first car for me.
And her dream and that woman's nightmare.
That is now. I mean, Gabriella seems like a great kid, but I don't think she's related, is she?
No, she was a stranger.
She was one of the strangers.
She was one of the strangers that showed up. I'm like, what a weird thing. What are you doing later, Gabriella? I'm going to go to a funeral for this one woman. Who is she? I don't know, but she's giving away a 2016 Volkswagen Beetle.
I mean, she's not bugging her parents like, I want a new car when I'm 16. She went out there and made it happen.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
First of all, how does a 16-year-old find out about some rando in the obituaries? Because that's where it was listed.
She read the obituary.
But that's what I'm saying. Usually at 16 years old, I was like not reading rando's obituary, so this girl deserves the car.
What else are you doing in Oklahoma?
Oh, yeah, good point. It is Oklahoma.
I mean, you got nothing better to do, so you read obituaries.
Read all the people that escaped Oklahoma by dying.
And the sense of humor of the woman, or just like, what a cool story of her just being like, you know what, I want to give away a car at my funeral. I feel like she worked in radio or something like that.
You're right. She had to work in some sort of business because, and also putting it in the obituary does guarantee randos, which of course she would have wanted.
Yes.
This is a brilliant idea.
But what if you're like one of her kids or family members and you need a car?
Yeah, that I guess you didn't really Gabriella. You're not making friends with that family.
Like, I need the car. Well, get a raffle ticket.
Yeah, stuff the box. Get a bunch of raffle tickets in there.
Last night, Monday Night Football. The Cowboys beat the Chargers 20-17.
Yeah.
The Cowboys are now 3-2, I think, on the season, and Chargers are 2-3, I think. So
yeah. I think actually Cowboys might be 4-2.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. Yeah. My bad. I thought I saw in the story it said 3-2, and I just went with it. But I thought I also heard 4-2.
Yeah, they Cowboys. I'm telling you, this season for the Seahawks is scaring me.
Did you see though? Because even one texter brought up a point that said, "Did anyone see Justin Herbert, the quarterback for the Chargers, catch his own pass and run it for a first down?"
No, I missed that.
Oh, it is awesome.
Do you have
dude.
the replay of that?
Yeah. So he tries to throw the ball, it gets blocked. He catches it after it gets blocked, and then runs it for a first down.
And more. Good job.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That happened so fast, I didn't even realize he was the one that caught it.
I don't know how many times that's ever happened before, but it's a quarterback catches his own pass and runs it for a first down.
That's a great play. I mean, here you are, the defensive dude, like, hey, man, I blocked the pass. How cool is that? And wait a second, did he just oh, come on.
Son of a bitch.
Oh.
All right, tonight, I hope we're not going son of a bitch or come on. I know you're going to be there tonight.
I'm going to be there
Pledge
first
Arena.
Game.
Hopefully, it's going to be a big win for your Seattle Kraken home opener against the Colorado Avalanche. Unfortunately, without fan fave Brandon Tanev, who is out for at least a month due to a lower body injury that happened during that first game where he got hit pretty hard in the head, but his whole body contorted. So I think it messed up his leg as well. So hopefully it's nothing too serious and he'll be back, because you need that guy, especially on the penalty kill. And his energy and his attitude definitely is contagious for that team. So
all right, come on, Brandon.
But most importantly tonight, hopefully you run into Bowie.
Yes.
And you let Bowie know that we're wishing him a happy 1-year anniversary. It was 1 year ago today.
Oh.
That Bowie met Danny V and yours truly.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, maybe I'll meet him tonight, too. Celebrating your anniversary.
That would be epic. And then you could join the restraining order that he has on all of us at KISW.
That's the only problem I have with that, is I don't want to be thrown out of the arena.
I know, Danny, we should put together a montage of pictures and wish him a happy anniversary. And Danny's first thought I agree with him was just like, whoever Bowie is probably like, oh, these freaking guys again.
Yeah.
It's been so nice not having to listen to these two idiots bug me.
Yeah, he got the whole summer off, but now he's got the whole season with you idiots again.
Your two stalkers, fans, are back.
Yeah.
Weather today, it's going to be a high of 61 degrees and cloudy. Thanks to Snoqualmie Casino for giving us the Migs report. And that's what's up. Go Kraken, BJ.
All right, buddy.
Release the Kraken.
Oh, yeah, I'll be there. Very exciting, though. It'll be my first game, first time inside Climate Pledge.
Yeah. Well, now that you have $10 million in the bank, you should get yourself a jersey.
Yeah. Oh, man. You don't know how much I wish I had $10 million in the bank right now. I would be like, peace out, America.
All the jerseys.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. But it's exciting. And, I'll be going to the first game tonight. Very, very happy about that.
Oh, yeah. Place is going to be rocking.
Yeah, and like you said yesterday, it'll be exciting to see all the opening night festivities and, whatever they do, all the cool sort of projections on the ice. I'm looking forward to seeing that in person.
I was going to say, I hope you're getting there early.
That's my plan.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm at the I am at the disposal of the person who has the tickets. He wants to grab some chow beforehand, so he's got a cool spot he loves, and I'm saying, all right, well, you give me free tickets, so I'll go wherever you want to go. But
I'll set a timer on your phone to make sure you guys don't get caught up in conversation, and the next thing you know, you're like, shoot, it's 7:30. We've missed the first period.
Yeah, that I don't want to do. So, but I'm going to let him know. It's like, I've never been to the arena before. I would love to walk around and see stuff. So hopefully he, understands that. But you know how it is. Sometimes when you get free tickets, you got to go, all right, I got to be nice to people.
Well, you can politely say, let's get the F inside of Climate Pledge Arena. So.
That's a polite way to put it. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
What is the biggest bone in the human body?
The leg bone?
No.
The tibula?
No.
The fibula?
No.
That tibula, though, you watch out for that. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it, because Femur, he didn't get that one. Maybe there's another one he won't get, and maybe a bunch, and you could win 206-803-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs. Going to do that at 6:47. on The Rock.
Today's podcast is brought to you by bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, who's ready to answer your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, is it true that if you filed for bankruptcy once, you can't file again?
Even if you filed bankruptcy before, you can almost certainly file bankruptcy again. Different types of bankruptcies have different time limits between filings. In Chapter 7, full bankruptcy, you can only file Chapter 7 once every 8 years. However, you can almost always file a Chapter 13 case. Chapter 13 cases can be filed immediately following a Chapter 7. They can be filed immediately following a prior Chapter 13 case. Chapter 13 is a reorganization plan, so there will be some type of monthly payment, but it's based on your budget and your ability to afford that payment. So Chapter 13 is an option in almost all cases, even with a prior bankruptcy filing.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
From the very beginning, your kids mean everything to you. That means you do anything for them, especially if they're at risk. So when it comes to type 1 diabetes, screen it like you mean it. Because even if just one person in the family has it, your child is up to 15 times more likely to get it, too. Screen it like you mean it. Because type 1 diabetes can develop at any age. And once you get results, you can get prepared for your child's future. So screen it like you mean it. Type 1 starts long before there are symptoms. But one blood test could help you spot it early, before they need insulin, and could lower the risk of serious complications like diabetic ketoacidosis or DKA. Talk to your doctor about how to screen for type 1 diabetes. Because the more you know, the more you can do. So don't wait. Tap now or visit screenfortype1.com to learn more. Again, that's screenfortype1.com. Screen it like you mean it.
This holiday season, make your journey memorable with Travel Centers of America. Visit our one-stop shop for all your holiday travel needs. Fuel up, get snacks, and dine at one of our full-service restaurants. Hit the road with peace of mind knowing we've got you covered. Travel Centers of America.
Some companies are big, others are small. To Robert Half, their hiring needs are equally huge. At Robert Half, our specialized recruiting professionals elevate their expertise with proprietary AI tools to transform candidate discovery, assessment, and selection. Whether sourcing talent locally or in any geography that works for you, Robert Half can pinpoint hard-to-find candidates in finance and accounting, technology, marketing and creative, legal, and administrative and customer support. At Robert Half, we know talent.
Transit is better with an Orca card. Here's why. 1, it's easy. Just tap and pay your way onto Metro and all other public transit around the Sound. 2, your tap shows us when and where you're riding the most, so Metro can serve you better. And 3, Orca cards are for everyone. 18 and younger now ride free with a free youth Orca card. So what are you waiting for? Get an Orca card, tap for transit, and make your ride count today. Visit kingcounty.gov/tap for transit.
Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Looking to give the gift of pleasure? Add a little high heat to keep the desire burning. Or maybe you just need a little self-care. Come to Lovers for the best lingerie and toys to keep things hot this holiday. Save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow Rewards. Just mention Love20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow Rewards membership until November 30th. Some exclusions apply.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Friday, November 17th. Put it on your calendar at 7 p.m. That's right, 7 p.m. for Live Day because we're going to prom night.
Can't wait.
Join all of us from KISW. We'll be at the Snoqualmie Casino. And yeah, we are going to be doing it live.
Music's going to be done live, BJ. The sound effects will be done live. Of course, the commercials. And then we're going to be dressed up in our favorite prom garb, whatever that means to you. But please show up in your favorite prom attire because we're picking a prom king and a prom queen.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. And again, it's a Friday night, so you can do Live Day with us and not have to worry about missing work. Next day's a Saturday, so you probably don't have to work. How cool is that all going to be? You want tickets to Live Day Friday, November 17th at 7 p.m. at Snoqualmie Casino? Go to snocasino.com.
Let's play B Migs. It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. B Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. B Migs. You're a loser.
Who's ready to be Migs? I know Josiah from Local 86 is. Josiah, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yesterday we had someone else from Local 86 on, I think.
Yes, and I believe you guys lost, right?
Yeah, they did.
Sadly.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll get a win today, though.
I love Local 86. They're my favorite of all the locals.
Same,
Because
same.
they're always listening.
Yeah,
And
appreciate that.
They're always trying to get out work early if they beat you.
And I have no idea what they do over there, but I love them.
We love you, yeah. All right, Steve, get out of here.
Goodbye.
For those playing at home, Josiah has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
All right, 3 guesses. Yep.
What is the only NFL team to have its logo on one side of their helmet?
Browns.
No.
Steelers.
Yes. Who plays Cindy in the Scary Movie franchise?
Pass.
What is the outermost layer of the skin called?
Epidermis.
Yes. Which planet in our solar system has the shortest days?
Mercury.
No.
Venus.
No.
Pass.
Terry Crews is the current host for what reality competition show?
Huh? Yeah, pass.
Finish the candy slogan. There's no wrong way to eat a what?
Kit Kat.
No.
Reese's.
Yes. Jim Morrison was the lead singer of what band?
The Doors.
Yes. What is the capital of Maryland?
Annapolis.
Yes. How many months have 31 days?
31 days. 6.
No.
5.
No.
4.
No. You went the wrong way on that one. You got 5 correct.
Better than yesterday, I think.
By 1, I believe, yes.
All right.
Barely better.
All right, Josiah, we'll see. We'll
I
see
don't
if
know.
that's the difference maker.
I don't know if they got it.
Sarah doesn't think it's the difference maker.
I don't know. Do you?
Probably not.
You never know, though.
You notice I didn't say I'm getting a song ready.
Yeah, you sure didn't.
All
Steve,
right.
are you ready?
Ah, yes.
What is the only NFL team to have its logo on one side of their helmet?
Is that the Raiders?
No.
I'm trying to picture the Browns.
No.
They don't have any logo. Oh, crap. Cowboys.
No. Who plays Cindy in the Scary Movie franchise?
Drew Barrymore.
No.
Courtney Cox.
No.
Sarah McLachlan.
No. What is the outermost layer of the skin called?
The skin.
No.
Nice.
The ectoplasm.
No.
That's
The
it.
Skinnerooey.
No. Woo! Which planet in our solar system has the shortest days?
I'm going to go with planet Earth.
No.
Uranus, Sarah.
No.
Venus.
No.
Oh.
Terry Crews is the current host for what reality competition show?
I didn't even know he was hosting a show.
I didn't
Survivor?
either. Nope.
Crap. American Ninja Warrior.
No.
Wipeout.
No. Finish the candy slogan. There's no wrong way to eat a what?
Tootsie Roll?
No. Wow.
Wow, Josiah, I had no idea how bad Steve was going to be.
You got none correct.
I don't remember the last time I got 0.
I don't either.
Goose egg. Wow.
That is
I win?
embarrassing. You sure didn't.
Yeah.
5-0.
Nice work, Josiah.
Wow.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
Wait, so if you won Beat Migs, you got the rest of today off?
Wait, are you leaving work now? Is it?
Oh, it's not work. It's more of class, but yeah.
Oh, still.
That's with the amount of times that we've helped you guys get out of class, are you learning anything there?
Oh, yeah, we are.
Okay, good.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Well, Steve, if you keep getting zero.
Well, I just totally threw it in just so they could get the day.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
I knew all those answers. I could have got 10 out of 10, guys.
Well, Local 86, Josiah and the gang, enjoy the day off.
Yes, sir. Enjoy the radio show.
There you go. That's fantastic.
We
I
have
love
to stay
that.
here. So
I love
wow.
I like the day off after that.
Woo,
Yeah, that was bad.
I think we all do. The only NFL team to have a logo on one side of their helmet is the Steelers.
Steelers, I couldn't. I knew it was them. But
Okay,
I
sure,
didn't.
you didn't.
I didn't.
Okay, then.
I couldn't think of the team.
Does anyone know who plays Cindy in the Scary Movie franchise? You're all going to kick yourself.
Yeah, Anna Faris.
Anna Faris.
Local girl.
Yep.
Yep. What is the outermost layer of the skin called? They got this correct. Epidermis.
Oh, I kind of came close to that, right?
Yeah, the ectoplasm. Sure.
Ectoplasm.
Something like
yeah,
that.
starts with the letter E.
Which planet in our solar system has the shortest days?
Yeah, this is a tough one because you just assumed it's the one closest to the sun, but
Mars.
it's not. Is it
Jupiter.
Is it Jupiter? Yeah,
It's Jupiter. Yep.
I always screw that one up. I have to remember that one because that's a tough one.
Terry Crews is the current host for what reality competition show? I did not know this either.
No,
The Price
No.
is Right.
America's Got Talent.
Is he really?
Yeah.
He's
Isn't that random?
He's in charge of AGT now.
Yeah.
When did Nick Cannon leave? A long time ago, I guess. Then. Huh?
I think it's been a few years now that he's been host.
Oh, he's on paternity leave, but he has so many kids that he keeps rolling over.
Lucky him.
Right. He's got 30 years of paternity leave.
Right. He never has to work.
Nuts.
The candy slogan, there's no wrong way to eat a. They even said it on the phone, too, when you were
Yeah,
trying to
and you
answer.
didn't hear them.
Snickers.
A Reese's.
A Reese's. Yeah, somebody said it, and I thought, well, at least he'll get that one, but you didn't hear them.
And then you said Tootsie Roll.
Yeah.
Reese's like a Reese's peanut butter cup?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was there ever a debate on how to eat it? Or am
I don't
overthinking
know
this?
if they had a debate. They just decided, maybe there was some commercials where how do you
That's a good
eat
point,
the whole
actually.
thing one at a time? Do you start just eating the chocolate around the peanut butter?
Is it a one biter or a two biter?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if there were commercials. I feel like it was a long time ago.
How else can you eat? You just bite into it.
Well, you could just nibble around all the chocolate and then just leave the peanut in the middle, like the peanut center.
That would be so bizarre.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of debate there would be, but apparently there had to be a debate.
I'm remembering the commercials. It's like, how is this kid eating it? Like he does one of those like domino effect before he can like eat his Reese's, I guess.
Oh, wow. And that says there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's? Okay.
He catches it and then eats it. I think like I'm remembering these
Who
commercials.
am I to judge marketing campaigns? But that one seems kind of stupid.
Yep.
Well, especially because you didn't know their slogan anyway.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
I remember how Bill Elliott eats a Reese's. He was a race car driver.
Oh.
And they like do the whole like pit stop thing, fix him up in his chair.
But he's still just eating it the same way. It's just how they deliver it to his mouth.
Right.
It is a dumb, I'm with you,
This
Steve.
is like the 90s.
Yeah, the 90s were stupid.
When you watch your whore mouth.
Sorry, but that was when it came out, so you're going to have to take it and own it. 80s were so much better for commercials.
Okay. A few you didn't get to, which I feel like maybe your score would have been better than a zero.
Maybe.
Jim Morrison was the lead singer of what band?
The Doors.
Oh, you could have been a number one.
What is the capital of Maryland?
He wouldn't have got that.
Hanover.
No.
You're kind of close.
Yeah.
Andover.
No, that's
Annapolis.
There we go.
There we go.
There
That's
we
two
go.
right.
And how many months have 31 days?
This he wouldn't have got it.
All of them. It's a trick question. No, I'm kidding. 8.
Oh, good job.
He's wrong, though. But A for effort, I guess.
Oh, because of February. I'm an idiot. It's 7.
It's 7.
Yeah, you know what? I was doing back math because I know there's 4 with 30, and I go, so that leaves over 8.
Y'all are a bunch of idiots this morning. What's happening?
I forgot February. Come on.
I love that. Ooh, good job.
I really thought you had it.
Well, he didn't. He
Yeah.
had none of
Well,
them.
you should have asked how many months have 30. I would have got that one.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. It's 4.
Well, congratulations on losing terribly, Steve.
Yeah, nice work, buddy.
Thanks for rubbing it
You
in.
know, you're doing a good job. Very, very proud of you. There's a cool chat online where some people asked other people, okay, it was on Reddit, what do you find disgusting even though everyone else finds it normal?
Oh, man.
Yeah. This one, it's funny. I don't...
Slurping.
Slurping. Oh, wow.
Right?
I'm trying
Like
to
slurping
see.
soup.
Yeah, I don't see that. The only thing I think of is sharing drinks, even among family members. People find that a little weird, a little disgusting. I don't. I do find this one disgusting, and that's long fake nails. I do not find long nails attractive.
Well, I mean, they're not trying to impress you, probably.
Well, that's what this is about. What I find disgusting. It's not about them going, we don't care what you think.
I'm with you. I do. It's not so much that it's not my thing. I'm always just curious how they're able to just operate in life with those long nails.
I've watched videos.
Many questions.
Out of curiosity, knuckles. You do everything with your knuckles. You pull your card out of the ATM with your knuckles. You push buttons with your knuckles.
How is that fun? How do you wipe your butt?
I'm assuming knuckles.
That sounds very uncomfortable.
I agree. That's why I don't do it.
Knuckle button. Maybe they have a bidet.
Oh, that too.
But let's just, I want to bring this up as tastefully as possible. You got those giant claws, Wolverine coming at your groin. I don't want that.
Well, some of them, they don't even like, I see what you're saying, but like some of them, they get so long, they start curling.
That's like the natural one.
Those guys.
Those are gross.
Those guys, man. I mean, the Guinness Book of World Record nail people. No, that's just. No, but I mean, some of those just like the ones that are professionally done, the press-ons, or maybe they are real. I don't know. But I'm just like, I mean, it really is. It is like Wolverine. It's like, I don't know, thank you.
But I also watch them. I always find myself just like fixated on their hands then. Like the entire time I'm around someone who has long nails, I just stare at their hands. I'm like, they probably think I'm a whack job. But I'm just trying to like figure out what they're doing with the way that they do things.
And I feel like nowadays, most girls who get the really long clackety-clack ones, they do it on purpose. Like, they talk with their hands more, so it's like clack, 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 and you just are mesmerized and just like, what are you doing?
Why are they, really? They like to make noises with these things?
Yeah, it's like, like they're very animated with their hands and their nails.
I have not seen the clackety-clackers. Now I'm going to see clackety-clack. Don't talk back. How about people breathing in your, their breath being in your face, whether it's good breath or bad breath? Obviously, nobody wants bad breath in your face.
I'm confused, though. I thought this whole conversation about what do you find disgusting even though everyone else thinks it's normal. Yeah. Who thinks other people's breath in your face is normal?
Well, I don't mind sweet-smelling breath in my face if it's from, somebody who I want to be that close to.
Well, of course. If you're going to go to, like, Makeout City.
Take me down.
But, I mean, otherwise, I don't want to have a conversation with someone. I'm like I could smell, even if they have if they have decent breath, I don't want to smell it.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Now that you mention it, have I been? I only smell bad breath. I mean,
right.
That's what I really smell. Otherwise, the only time I ever smell really nice breath is usually like an intimate partner, right? I mean, I don't think I've been close enough to somebody else to smell their nice breath.
I would say it's normal just in terms of the way that we communicate with each other. So people get in real close to each other without even thinking it. So that's what makes it normal, but it's still kind of gross.
The worst is the close talker who has bad breath and they're not aware of that. But as they're talking to you, you take a step back. And then they take a step forward.
Yeah, no, thank you.
We're not dancing. Like this is, I'm trying to pull away from you.
Yeah, you got to take that. You got to know that. This one here is me keeping your shoes on in the house. You guys always think I'm weird for that.
No, I don't. I think you're completely.
Everyone thinks I'm weird for taking my shoes off. Apparently in the house and shaming you guys.
Well, it turns out that people are on your side.
Smart people.
I don't know why people think that's disgusing. I mean, if I have house shoes, they never go out of the house.
No, I think they think just like regular shoes walking around the house. Like your outside shoes going into your bedroom and everything.
Yeah.
Tracking in whatever crap you had outside.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I can understand that a little bit.
I'm the same way. Like, I find it really gross. Even if they're house shoes, do not put shoes on the furniture.
But they're house shoes.
I know. For me, it's like the floor and the couch. They need to be different. I don't know why. It just weirds me out. Well, but when people put any shoes on furniture, I'm
what
like,
about
that
your
is rude.
feet? Do you ever put your feet on the furniture?
I think it's more of like a rudeness thing. Like putting shoes on the furniture is a sign of rudeness, but your feet are okay if it's your own house.
Oh, your own house, all bets are off.
But like if you go to someone's house, even if you don't have shoes on, you put your feet up. I feel like it's a little rude if you don't know them too well.
So how about if you're living with somebody, Vicky, and they have house shoes, and they live in that house, and put those feet on the furniture?
It's like, don't put the shoes on the furniture.
See, Steve?
She's a hypocrite. I don't like shoes.
I've been at like parties and I see somebody like that. No, actually, an old coworker who like had his shoes off and he put his feet on the other person's like coffee table.
Oh no!
And I'm like, what are you, a savage? Like, okay, you could do that in your own house, but like nobody wants your dirty ass feet or stinky feet on their furniture.
No, that's wrong. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Oh God, what is wrong with people?
Everything.
Everything.
I did see on the list that somebody wrote that when people let their dogs lick their face. That is such a... See, it's so funny. I have a buddy. He is like, you're a weirdo if you allow that to happen. He's a massive pet guy. Like, he loves dogs. He has a dog, but he will not let his dog lick their face.
I could maybe get away with, like, if they lick your cheek or something, but people that open their mouths and they go, and they let them lick their mouth. I'm like, no.
I don't open my mouth. I'm not like open mouth kissing my dog.
Some people do.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, but you still let her get the lips, though, don't you?
Oh, yeah, puppy kisses.
Oh, God, no.
The new puppy. I was like, oh, puppy kisses. I told my wife, I'm like, that's so cute. She gave me puppy kisses last night when I got home from my training. And, and then I was like, oh, I didn't tell you that she ate a slug. And I'm like, you could have texted me that before you went to bed. Like, hey, babe, just so you know, DJ ate a slug.
Oh, man. Yeah, dude. And that's actually good news. Because it could have been worse.
It could have. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I mean, because our puppy likes to go to town on that little warm heart beating puppy that you want to get for your dog. Well, our puppy likes to go to town on that. Then he likes to basically, take care of business to make sure everything's clean down there. Then it's like puppy kiss time. I go, no, thank you.
Brush your teeth.
Yeah, you take a shower, do whatever, but get
Here's some mouthwash, dog.
Gargle.
Yeah,
Figure it out.
hell away from me as you just basically were cleaning the rocket. I get the hell out of here.
You just did an adult film with yourself.
Yeah.
And now you expect me to kiss you?
Dang. Yeah, no thank you. You belong in a Bobcat Goldthwait movie. Get out of here. Damn. Hey, if you're having problems at work, you're having relationship issues, your dog is just feverishly doing things that are bad to its own body and wanting to kiss you, we are here for you. Call us, text us now at 206-803-ROCK. It is Help Wanted. We're going to do that at 7:20 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Cat lovers, listen up. Meet Felix, the pet insurance brand made just for cats. Our cats don't really have 9 lives, but a lot can happen in the one they do. Felix's whisker-to-tail protection covers accidents, illness, emergency care, exam fees, and so much more. Visit FelixCatInsurance.com to learn more about their customizable coverage for felines. Sorry, no dogs allowed. That's FelixCatInsurance.com. Get it, meow. Insurance is underwritten by Independence American Insurance Company and produced by Independence Pet Group. Pre-existing conditions are not covered. Visit FelixCatInsurance.com/terms for all terms and limitations.
This holiday season, make your journey memorable with Travel Centers of America. Visit our one-stop shop for all your holiday travel needs. Fuel up, get snacks, and dine at one of our full-service restaurants. Hit the road with peace of mind knowing we've got you covered. Travel Centers of America.
From the very beginning, your kids mean everything to you. That means you do anything for them, especially if they're at risk. So when it comes to type 1 diabetes, screen it like you mean it. Because even if just one person in the family has it, your child is up to 15 times more likely to get it, too. Screen it like you mean it. Because type 1 diabetes can develop at any age. And once you get results, you can get prepared for your child's future. So screen it like you mean it. Type 1 starts long before there are symptoms. But one blood test could help you spot it early, before they need insulin, and could lower the risk of serious complications like diabetic ketoacidosis or DKA. Talk to your doctor about how to screen for type 1 diabetes, because the more you know, the more you can do. So don't wait. Tap now or visit screenfortype1.com to learn more. Again, that's screenfortype1.com. Screen it like you mean it.
Transit is better with an Orca card. Here's why. 1. It's easy. Just tap and pay your way onto Metro and all other public transit around the Sound. 2. Your tap shows us when and where you're riding the most, so Metro can serve you better. And 3. Orca cards are for everyone. 18 and younger now ride free with a free youth Orca card. So what are you waiting for? Get an Orca card, tap for transit, and make your ride count today. Visit kingcounty.gov/tap for transit.
Is your relationship going sideways?
Have a family issue? Problems with your coworker?
Do you need advice? We're here to help. No problem is too dumb. No dilemma is too silly. This is Help Wanted with BJ and Migs.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Help Wanted, man. You know, we've been getting lots of calls from you, lots of texts, lots of messages. You got issues, you do, and you want our advice. And we're pretty good with it. I mean, we know about, relationships and work issues and dumb issues. Really, the dumb ones we're good at.
Yeah.
And we're here for you, man. 206-803-ROCK. It is Help Wanted.
All right. Well, we have a few texts and one also a direct message that's sent to us. One involves a job promotion.
Oh.
Another involves sweets. like candy and stuff like that.
Well, that is my expertise.
And then the other one involves Halloween costumes.
Oh boy! I mean, we're getting close to Halloween.
We are.
Like it's timely.
It is very timely.
And also
we still have some time.
So who's going to pick today? Joey D's. What are we doing? Job promotion.
Halloween.
Halloween. Okay.
Halloween. The costumes. Okay,
Yes.
not the sweets. All right. Well, maybe we'll get both in. We never know. We'll see how we do our time. All right. This one just came in. Said my wife got her Halloween costume in the mail the other day, and it is so revealing.
Yeah.
Her best friend throws this huge party every year, but unfortunately, I have to be out of town for work, so I'm going to miss it. I normally don't care what my wife wears, but this outfit is next level. Her entire top is see-through, and she says she's going to be wearing pasties, so it's fine. I'm really not a fan of her wearing so little, but I feel controlling if I tell her that she can't. How would you handle this if you were me?
Boy, this is really, really a tough one because of how standards are. Standards are so different than when I was going to a lot of Halloween parties as a young person, like in my 30s.
Uh-huh.
And there's no way that would have flown back then.
Back in the day, you take that costume, you tear it up and throw it in the trash.
Oh, it's a tough one because...
Give her a garbage bag. Here's your new costume. You're a trash lady.
I mean, if I would find it very distracting if Danny's girlfriend or your wife or Vicky showed up in an outfit where you could see everything but pasties. That would be hugely distracting, and I would be uncomfortable.
Oh.
I would just say that right now. It would be really, really difficult for me to go, wow, I pretty much see a lot that I never seen before.
Halloween brings out the best in people.
Yeah.
Those kind of things.
Like, look, I don't mind.
What if Danny and I wore that outfit?
That would be great because I've seen you up top before. And
Yeah.
I mean, you're dead sexy. I don't know what it is.
Well, the first part, yes.
Yeah. I mean, I know we've seen side boob, under boob. I mean, there's a lot of boob we've seen these days. Of course, we've seen butt, like because of thong bikinis. You've seen people's backsides, and that's much more acceptable. But I remember there was a time where, like, you saw somebody's backside like that, you'd be like, "Oh my god." So I don't know where the line is anymore. How is boob? Is boob okay as long as there's pasties and it's all right to see boob? Is it okay? I mean, I don't know.
Someone said, hey, you shut the hell up and let her do it. Don't be a controlling douche. P.S. You're the only one making it uncomfortable, BJ. I don't know why I always do that voice whenever I
you
these
do.
texts, but it makes it sound a lot more angry.
Well, you're right. Look, I'll say this. I said I would be uncomfortable. And maybe I am the only one making it uncomfortable, but I mean, boobs are a thing. We never got to see boobs like, I don't get to see everybody's boobs like that. I mean, I haven't seen anybody's boobs like that I know in pasties. I just haven't.
I'm curious, what are you not a fan of? Is it just that you don't want everyone seeing your spouse, or is it the spouse? Yeah, your spouse in a very revealing outfit? Are you afraid that she's going to excite somebody there and possibly, hook up with the person? Like, is there a jealousy thing?
Could be that, yeah.
I just wonder what's going on. Or can he even just have that conversation with his wife and just say, I just don't know if I really like this costume, especially with me not there. Not that I think you're going to do anything wrong, but, there are some idiots that are probably going to be at the party when they're drunk. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I can understand. At least the person realizes that they feel like they could be controlling by even bringing this up.
Yeah, but again, the breast is something that is still considered to be a private part of your body, isn't it?
We should ask your daughter. That's a weird transition.
Oh, God. I mean, she's on New Orleans. She's in New Orleans showing them to everybody.
I mean, she has been very revealing with some of her Instagram pictures, but she is a happily married person, and it's not like as if Johnny Rubbers needs to be concerned about anything, but maybe he's not happy about her being revealing with stuff. I don't know. And how do they handle it?
I am lucky enough to have a husband who really doesn't care.
Wow.
Yes. Surprisingly or not, I actually ask him or I tell him that I'm going to be posting a naughty picture on Instagram, and he is very supportive of it.
What if he said he didn't like you posting something that was too revealing or wearing something that was too revealing?
We would definitely have a conversation about it. I used to be very much like, it's my body, let me do what I want, this, that, and the other. Like, who cares what you think or say? But now that, I'm married, I feel like there would have to be a conversation. There would have to be a discussion of why he feels uncomfortable. And then I would have to see if it's worth a fight, essentially, or him being uncomfortable, right? Like if I have a really sexy outfit and I want to wear it, but he's going to feel some type of way about it, I do have to consider his feelings in that and say, okay, is it really worth to hurt him over this?
Wow, look at that. A spouse that actually cares about the other spouse's feelings.
Look
wow.
at me.
You've
A little
grown.
maturity.
I'm kind of proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But, I also am saying that with having a husband who really doesn't care at all what I wear ever.
Right.
So I don't know how I'd actually respond in the situation, but I'd like to think I'd be that level-headed.
See, because also you don't post you post revealing like butt shots, but I can't imagine you doing like a see-through shirt, like if you're going to a party with a bunch of people
with pasties.
Honestly, if my boobs were better looking, I would definitely do that. If I had fake boobs, I would show them off in a revealing top with pasties.
Everybody with fake boobs.
Well, fake boobs. People will just show it like as if it's a brand new tattoo. They're like, hey, you see my new boobs?
I mean, they're expensive, so I get it. Yeah. See, my top region ain't that popping, so that's why I wouldn't do it.
That's a good point. I got a Geno Smith retro jersey that was $150, and I want to wear it every week.
Yeah.
I can't imagine if I spend thousands of dollars on boobs. I'd want to show them to everybody, get my money's worth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right, you can't cover them up.
So it says, as a woman, I feel like it's disrespectful to her man. She shouldn't want anyone to see but him to see her like that. She is disrespecting him by wearing it. It's very polarized. Halloween brings up the arguments, man, with like what people wear.
I that's why I say, the line moves, because there was a time where if you just wore a form-fitting outfit, like you weren't showing anything, but it was very clingy, and therefore you could see a woman's shape. Yeah, back, 30, 40 years ago, people were pissed off about that, or a skirt that was too short. Still. But now, like, where is the line? Showing your boob, except for, the pasty-covered part, is that considered okay? Because it wasn't when I was going to Halloween parties 30 years ago. You could not, nobody would say that was okay. I'm not saying it shouldn't be okay now. I just want to know where the line is.
Oh, I feel like, I mean, if you're single and your partner doesn't care, that is totally okay nowadays.
And you're okay with everybody seeing that, including your father?
Well, I mean, you're probably not going to be at the parties I'm going to be at. You're not invited.
So there is that. What was that old line?
Some people are on OnlyFans, but that doesn't mean they want their father to have a link and subscribe to it.
Well, that's why I say maybe you shouldn't wear anything you don't want your parents to see. How about that?
But I mean, if you think about people going to like festivals.
So old-fashioned.
That's right, buddy.
Yeah, people going to festivals or concerts, they wear...
Oh, geez. Some of those raves?
Little to nothing.
I mean, it's just like it's like just a string.
Yeah, just a little piece of clothing.
I do like this, though, because it's not apples and oranges, depending on the shape, of course. But the idea being is that if he decided to have intimate conversations with a girl at work, these really emotional... So Steve is very nervous about that.
Wow.
Apparently we hit a nerve.
Yes. Made me drop my battery.
But, there's this thing called, emotional cheating. And a lot of women have accused their man of emotional cheating because you're having this work spouse and you're getting way too close, because the emotional sharing, women value that more than men do. Men go, who cares? I'm talking to some chick. I don't care. Whereas men value the showing of the body more on average. I'm not saying everybody's like that. And I think that has to be taken into account. Like, well, this is super valuable to him, the idea that your body is only for his view. I think you got to at least honor that really bothers somebody. You might still have to have a conversation. He might still have to get over it, but that's a big thing to him.
And a lot of people have been texting, though, for a lot of people, like they wear those kind of costumes not to impress the dudes that are at a party. It's amongst all the girls. Like one person, she's wearing them for her girlfriends. Like it's that's like a fun thing. You get dressed up just to show off to your girls.
But there's still dudes there that see your boobs and like looking at boobs.
But they're going to look at your boobs if you have clothes on or not.
But at least they don't get to see exactly what they look like.
But what does it matter even if they did?
Okay, well then I expect to see your wife here any moment.
Well, she's busy right now. She's at CrossFit. So I don't think I can get her out. That's a big difference of her feeling comfortable enough to show off what she wants than to me being like, hey, BJ wants to see your boobies. Can you come to work and show them? Like,
that's different?
Slight different.
I feel like it's almost the same, just slightly creepy. But you know what? You just use a different voice.
I'm kind of torn. I feel like I have it. I kind of see both sides in the sense that if my wife said, hey, can I wear this? I'd be like, I wouldn't if it was me, but if that's what you want to wear, go ahead.
First of all, if it was you, nobody would want to see it.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah. Like I personally, I wouldn't be I wouldn't be like, yeah, do it, go crazy and show off everything but the nips. But like, if that's really what you want to do, go ahead and do it. I don't care. I'm not being jealous or controlling, but just know That's not me personally. I would not want to wear something like that.
Hold
I wouldn't
on.
want you to wear something like that.
You said you would only wear something like that, though, if you had a boob job. Then you'd show it to everybody.
That, yes.
Yeah, but if you have just your natural,
Yeah.
you're going to keep it to yourself.
Yeah, if I had to pay, then getting my money's worth. Let's show it to everyone. No. I mean,
I see what you're saying.
is it possible to not want your significant other to do that, but also not put your foot down and be controlling? I think that's possible.
Would you tell her you didn't want her to do that, though?
I'd say I'm not a fan.
Ah, okay. I mean, I think that's important.
I would say she said, "Hey, what do you think?" I'm like, I don't know, not my cup of tea. But if that's really what you want to do, go knock yourself out. I mean, what am I going to do? Like yell at you about this? It's stupid. It's a costume. You wear a bikini on a beach, and I'm okay with that. But personally, I'm not a big fan of that kind of a look. But that's your thing.
Even a bikini on a beach. I mean, some of them do show stuff, but that's not just pasties.
True.
Yeah, I mean, but like I said, they show the full butt on the beach.
Yeah.
Which never used to be a thing. That used to not be a thing.
And I will say, Steve, to your point, I do think it is a lot of like you show off to your girls, or you guys all wear kind of like slutty outfits. And I also think, too, it's kind of like for the person. Like if you want to show your goods off or think, I've worked hard for this body or paid a lot of money for this body, I want to show it off.
Yeah, just because you're dressed in like a slutty outfit doesn't mean you're going to go have sex with everyone there.
Exactly. I mean, I had a whole lingerie party at my bachelorette party, and it was just females, and we all dressed up in sexy lingerie.
Danny was there. I saw the pictures. Yeah.
He is a female, so.
Thank you. But what if Johnny Roberts just said, "Hey, I don't really like that outfit, but you know what? If you want to wear it, I'm cool with it." Would that bother you that he was honest and just said he didn't like it?
Nah, I mean, I would appreciate his honesty, but I would still wear it then.
Right.
He said, "Yeah, go for it." And he's not going to be at this party, so he's out of town.
Yeah,
he won't see me anyway.
That's the thing there. I think I'd rather not be at the party, because if I see somebody leering at my girl, like she's all boob out central, and then I see dudes just checking her out, I don't know if I'm going to like that.
But dudes will probably be checking her out no matter what.
But it's better if they don't see I still get to see the full boob. They get to see if you get to see an outfit like a bikini, okay, but you still don't get to see boob, right? Just like you don't get to see, the old downstairs action.
But when you want to be at the party, so then you could come up, strut your stuff, put your arm around her, be like, "This is my girl."
No, I'll be like, "Get out of here, Jimmy. I'll kick you in the ding-ding." It's kind of where I think I'd be.
You just go around hitting people in the ding. It's also going to be a party and a sea of people dressed like that, so they'll be checking everybody out.
Yeah, I know, but see, that's me. I think it's probably a jealousy thing, maybe because I'm old school. It's a tough question. I do think, though, the important thing is if your spouse has an issue with something, that's why you're married. You're going to have compromise. That's the thing. So I don't know how that looks. All I know is I hope Steve never gets a boob job, because I don't think anybody wants to see that.
Man. Just can't afford it. It's too expensive.
It is. I mean, really.
He should then say, "Okay, I'm going to go to a Halloween party while I'm out of town," and then show her the Borat costume or something like that. I'm going to wear this while there and see what she says.
Oh, yeah.
That's totally fine, because no woman is going to find that attractive. So go for it.
Oh,
you never know.
You never know. That one woman with pasties might.
Okay.
That one Sacha Baron Cohen fan.
That's right.
Try it out, you guys.
Well, we're going to make a very awkward transition. How would you like some free financial advice? Yeah, don't go buying slutty Halloween costumes.
Maybe Todd can answer these questions.
He probably can. We've got KISW's financial advisor, Todd Peach. Give us a call now if you got any questions for Todd, 206-803-ROCK. Todd Peach from BECU.org. We'll take your calls and texts at 747 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, if you're upside down in your mortgage, should you continue to make the payment?
Continuing to pay your mortgage or not is a complex decision, because you're going to have to pay to live somewhere. You're going to have a housing payment. So continuing to make your house payment really depends on several factors. One is whether or not you have a second mortgage. The second one is how affordable your ongoing monthly mortgage payment is. Another issue is whether your mortgage is adjustable and you're facing an increase in your mortgage payments later on when interest rates go up. If you do have a second mortgage in this economy with the housing prices being down, oftentimes we can take off or strip off that second mortgage in a Chapter 13 case so that you'd only have the first mortgage to continue to pay.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
Some companies are big, others are small. To Robert Half, their hiring needs are equally huge. At Robert Half, our specialized recruiting professionals elevate their expertise with proprietary AI tools to transform candidate discovery, assessment, and selection. Whether sourcing talent locally or in any geography that works for you, Robert Half can pinpoint hard-to-find candidates in finance and accounting, technology, marketing and creative, legal, and administrative and customer support. At Robert Half, we know talent.
Are you feeling pressure to choose an insurance plan that doesn't fit your family? You're not alone. This open enrollment, take back freedom over your healthcare decisions with Christian Healthcare Ministries. CHM is the faith-based alternative to insurance that aligns with the values that matter most. Choose a provider you trust with no network restrictions and affordable healthcare programs that work for you. Enroll today at chministries.org/solution. That's chministries.org/solution.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Can we afford Thanksgiving dinner this year? This is a choice families across America are facing. I know that we can do better, and that's why I support No Kid Hungry. No Kid Hungry is tirelessly working to provide millions of meals to children who could face hunger this holiday season. Yet there's a missing piece to this puzzle, and that's you. Visit nokidhungry.org/chip in, and let's make sure children in your community aren't going to bed hungry, not just on Thanksgiving, but every day of the year.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Looking to give the gift of pleasure? Add a little high heat to keep the desire burning. Or maybe you just need a little self-care. Come to Lovers for the best lingerie and toys to keep things hot this holiday. Save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow Rewards. Just mention LOVE20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow Rewards membership until November 30th. Some exclusions apply.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
BECU presents the KISW Financial Advisor. Here to talk money, please welcome Todd. I invented numbers, so I know how this stuff works. Peach.
That's right, man. Hey, Todd.
Hey, BJ.
Don't forget, man, Todd is, he's been in this business for quite some time, talking about money and finance and everything. Over 25 years experience in the financial services industry. And, of course, BECU, a great credit union. You can do anything you can do at a regular bank, but credit unions, man, they work for you. And if you live, work, or attend school in Washington State, you are eligible. Just go to becu.org. And Todd is here to answer your questions.
Texts are coming in. First text, we've gotten this one last time as well, so I think they realized that we never got to it, so they just hit us up again. Can you ask Todd if student loans ever stopped showing up on credit? I heard it fell off after 7 years.
If you haven't paid your student loans, you mean, and you're in default?
That's a very good question.
Yeah, I mean, no, a student loan is a loan, and either it's a government student loan or it's a private student loan. And so it is credit. It's going to impact your credit score. I think the repayments have officially resumed this month. So if you haven't, take a look and see there. And that's going to stay on your credit unless you file for bankruptcy or do something to get, officially get it distinguished in a court. It's going to be on your credit until it's paid off.
Boom.
Yeah, and that's it. That's when he said the 7 years, because isn't that with bankruptcy? Isn't that how long it takes? 7 years, I think, Todd, usually, or am I? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if he's if that's what this texter's wanting to know.
That
is
could
like,
be, yeah.
If I go bankrupt, will I be able to get rid of these student loans? But some of those loans, right, cannot be dismissed with bankruptcy. Todd, I forget what type.
I'm not aware of a loan that can't be dismissed through a court order, BJ. I mean, that's why bankruptcy is there, to give folks the ability. But,
that's good news.
But so I guess the message is, if you have student loans and start to pay attention to them, they are going to be somewhat lenient on the payments for a period of time, but those payments are resuming, and it is being reported on your credit. So if you have student loans, now's the time to take a look and make sure you're current on them. And if you're not, contact the servicer and work with them, make some arrangements.
So what you're saying is this is the month that I get reminded of, why did my wife go to a grad school? This is really annoying, kind of a moment.
Yeah.
She's making so much money and so much more happier, Steve. So it was well worth the investment, right?
Oh, boy.
I'm sorry, your phone cut out. I think you said some kind of nonsense about I'm happy about. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah.
We did get a text that said, hey, Todd, I would like to hear your thoughts on what would work best for me and my family. A HELOC, refinancing, or debt consolidation. We have about $200 in equity in our house, and we have about $35,000 in cards and car loans. One of the cars is just going to be paid off early next year, and we're just trying to bring our monthly payments down. Luckily, this is the last month of baby formula, so that will help, LOL, but we'd love to hear your thoughts. Both cars are through BECU and one of the credit cards as well. We've been a member for 15 years and love the work that you all do. Also, let's go Kraken.
Okay.
Oh, awesome. Well, I don't know that I have all the information we need here, but a refi, I'm just going off of numbers. I mean, if you were to refi, the current rates are 7% and above, right? Now, and I'm assuming that you're probably at your mortgage is much, much lower than that. So that being said, assuming that's the case, I would probably lean towards looking into getting some sort of a home equity line of credit. It would have to compare the home equity line of credit and the interest rates that you're currently paying on the autos to see if that would make sense. I think one of the most important things is that we don't want to use our home as an ATM. In other words, we don't want to keep taking out home equity and loans on the home to pay off and consolidate debt, only to find ourselves in the same spot a year, 2, 3, 5 years down the road. So first thing I would do is to kind of assess what my debt is, what the interest rates on there. If you want to email me, I'm happy to work with you. And then once we have that, we can come up with a plan, what makes sense, if consolidating into a HELOC, or maybe we just march down the road we're on and we can accelerate the payments on the auto loans and get out of debt entirely.
206-803-ROCK, the number to call, the number to text. Todd Peach from BECU. Todd, I just saw a meme on Facebook where it's a guy that's and it's a couple in their 30s, and it goes and basically says, my parents in their 30s, and it's like, hey, let's buy a house. And then below it, it's like, me in my 30s, well, I guess I just won't afford teeth. And it's just this guy with toothless mouth. And, it does kind of feel like it's so difficult just hearing that last texter, all of the debt that people are in and trying to make their lives work, just having the American dream. Like, who doesn't think they couldn't have a card? Who doesn't think they couldn't have a house? And yet there's so much debt. Was it easier, Todd, for you and me to buy a house as opposed to our kids?
I don't know. I mean, I've thought about that, BJ, and I think everything is relative, right? I mean, when we bought our homes many, many, many years ago, yeah, the prices of the home were much different, but our income was much different as well, right? So relatively, I mean, it would be tough to afford, the housing prices that are out there today, but the incomes are increasing for the younger folks too. So that's a great question. I housing is supply and demand. So if the incomes are there to pay for it, the prices are going to be there. And if the incomes aren't there to pay for it, then the prices are going to go down. So as less demand for housing. So I think it's relatively, I wouldn't say it's much different, but that's just an anecdotal evidence on my part. And my daughters, they were able to my older daughter bought a house with her husband, and together they can make it work, and they scrimped and saved and to make it happen. And, in 10, 20 years, they're going to be very happy that they did. So I think relatively, I think that the housing is still a dream. You can still do it, but you got to be disciplined and focused and come up with a plan to get there.
206-803-ROCK. It's Todd Peach from BECU.org. If you got any questions, call us or text us.
Someone just texted him saying, I have BECU and I've been thinking about investments. What's a good investment to start with? A mutual fund? Question mark. And how much should I have saved before I start investing?
Okay. Lots of question here. I think the first thing before we start investing, we want to make sure that a couple of things. Do we have that emergency fund we've talked about many times? I think a minimum of $1,000 to even before you think about doing anything else. Ideally, we would like to have 3 to 6 months of expenses in the bank, just in case something were to happen. Then secondly, I think before we start investing, we want to take a look at our debt. What does our debt look like? A mortgage is fine. That I would consider that a good debt. A credit card, I would not consider that a good debt. So after we've looked at our that side of the house, and then lastly or third, I guess, would be if I have a 401k or 403b through work, is there a match? If you're getting a match, then that's automatic. You want to take that right away because that's free money that you're getting. So I think we kind of need to look at the whole picture. What does our debt look like? And what does our emergency fund look like? And then we can start to decide if we can start to increase our retirement savings or savings for other investment goals.
Yeah, that really is some good stuff, man. Because a lot of people don't know about all that emergency fund stuff, and then like the 401k, which is investing. I mean, that is investing when you have a 401k.
Someone just said
your retirement. Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of which, my wife just started traditional IRA through her work. How much percentage of a paycheck should she be putting into it? She's 33.
A good rule of thumb is if you can kind of try to target 15% of your income, putting that away every month for retirement. That's just a good rule of thumb, and especially in your low 30s. So I would say my answer would be if you can target and try to get 15%, and if you can do more than that, that's great. But 15% would be what I would target to get going on saving for retirement at a young age. And if you can do that, you'll be very happy in about 30 years.
And Todd, I'm thinking he probably means it's a 401k because I don't know. Do companies like give you an IRA that's not a 401k? I mean, usually you have to go do that on your own, right?
Yeah, some companies don't have 401ks, unfortunately, or retirement plans if it's a smaller company. So she might be having to contribute to an IRA on her own, or maybe the company helps with set it up or does something custodial wise. But not every company has a 401k, BJ. I mean, I wish that could change and would change. Every company would, but unfortunately, it's specifically smaller companies may not have that option for you. Or if they do, the fees and the structure of those plans and limitations are such that it might make more sense to go off on your own, especially if there's not a match.
And Todd, at 33 years old, because there are now some companies I know that offer Roth IRA options for your 401k. At 33, What is better for you? Traditional IRA, would you say, or a Roth? Which, one allows you to save taxes at the beginning.
Pay Uncle Sam once and be done. And if you can imagine, BJ, if you put, $1,000, let's just say, in now, and you're 33, well, and that's going to grow tax free over 30 plus years until you need that money. And so I'm all about the Roth IRA, and I wish we had it. And when I was younger and I could save, have put more into that. Granted, you're paying taxes today, but that's growing tax free. And if you have decades on your side, it's going to pay off. And who knows what taxes will be down the road? We don't know. And you take all that uncertainty out if you pay them now, and then you're done.
Yeah, I like Roth IRAs myself. And dang it, if you didn't get through on the phone lines, well, Todd will answer your questions via email. Just go to KISW.com, slide down on and you'll see the banner with Todd's smiling face, and you scroll down to make that happen. Todd, as usual, buddy, you've been great. Appreciate the help.
Much appreciated, BJ. Thank you.
And don't forget, becu.org. That's where you want to go to do all your banking. Those guys are awesome. Well, we are going from financial advice to comedic advice.
All right.
How about that? Our buddy, comedian Greg Gass, it feels like it's been forever, is coming back to town to do an entire show making fun of one of the most iconic bands in the world and one of Steve's favorites. And he's doing it the night before that band plays at Climate Pledge Arena. Craig will tell us all about this. He'll be with us at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
It's time to talk about Felix, the pet insurance brand made just for cats. Starting at under $1 a day, you can get whisker-to-tail protection with a plan as unique as your cat. Sorry, dogs. This customizable coverage is exclusively for feline friends. Learn more at FelixCatInsurance.com. That's FelixCatInsurance.com. Get it? Meow.
Insurance is underwritten by Independence American Insurance Company and produced by Independence Pet Group. Pre-existing conditions are not covered. Visit FelixCatInsurance.com/terms for all terms and limitations.
This holiday season, make your journey memorable with Travel Centers of America. Visit our one-stop shop for all your holiday travel needs. Fuel up, get snacks, and dine at one of our full-service restaurants. Hit the road with peace of mind knowing we've got you covered. Travel Centers of America.
From the very beginning, your kids mean everything to you. That means you do anything for them, especially if they're at risk. So when it comes to type 1 diabetes, screen it like you mean it. Because even if just one person in the family has it, your child is up to 15 times more likely to get it too. Screen it like you mean it. Because type 1 diabetes can develop at any age. And once you get results, you can get prepared for your child's future. So screen it like you mean it. Type 1 starts long before there are symptoms, but one blood test could help you spot it early, before they need insulin, and could lower the risk of serious complications like diabetic ketoacidosis or DKA. Talk to your doctor about how to screen for type 1 diabetes, because the more you know, the more you can do. So don't wait. Tap now or visit screenfortype1.com to learn more. Again, that's screenfortype1.com. Screen it like you mean it.
Transit is better with an Orca card. Here's why. 1. It's easy. Just tap and pay your way onto Metro and all other public transit around the Sound. 2. Your tap shows us when and where you're riding the most, so Metro can serve you better. And 3. Orca cards are for everyone. 18 and younger now ride free with a free youth Orca card. So what are you waiting for? Get an Orca card. Tap for transit and make your ride count today. Visit kingcounty.gov/tap for transit.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
BJ, always great to have our next guest on. He's coming back to town next month to make fun of the hottest band in the world, KISS. Please welcome to the show, Craig Gass.
Yeah.
Dude, it's been forever.
It really has.
It's been, I haven't done a show in Seattle in 4 years.
I am, really?
Minus the roast.
Minus the roast, yeah. Yes. It was Clearwater Casino was the last time I did a show.
4 years?
4, maybe more. Yeah,
so you
maybe
haven't
4.5.
Have you not come to see the Seahawks or the Mariners play much?
Oh, I've been here. I've been here for football games and baseball games, and I've been coming into town to get depressed with sports, but I haven't been here to do a show. And I've been everywhere else. I did my first arena tour with Russell Peters.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm back on the Howard Stern show again for the first time in 20 years.
Yeah, saw that. Congratulations.
Doing voices on the show, but I haven't been to Seattle. So in 2.5 weeks, I'm going to do a very weird and specific show. I'm just going to make fun of KISS. From beginning to end, the whole show makes fun of KISS. It's the night before KISS does their farewell show in Seattle, and they are absolutely wrapping up. They are realizing with Bruce Springsteen going down, Steven Tyler going down, David Coverdale. There was some talk about doing a residency in the future after these last shows, but now they're like, no, you know what? This is it. Gene had a problem a few months ago down in South America where he had to sit.
During the show?
He had to sit during the show. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So this is going to be it. So beginning to end, making fun of KISS. I have a weird relationship with that band where I started doing an impression of Gene Simmons that bothered him so much that Gene Simmons got on a plane and flew to New York to confront me live on the air about my impression of him. Yeah, there's been a few times where I do impressions of people and then they find me and then they and it always leads to a fun conversation, except for Gene Simmons, who was really bothered by it.
But you still have a relationship with him.
Well,
So even though, like, you know,
Well,
you might not have taken it well, he at some point has grown to just tolerate you.
Well, what happened was after he confronted me, the next day I got a phone call from McGee Entertainment, which is the management company that represents
Doc
KISS,
McGee.
Doc McGee. And they said, hey, we just want to let you know that our singer, Paul Stanley, is your biggest fan. And I said, get out of here. And I said, Paul Stanley knows who I am? And the word I got was, don't tell anybody. But Paul Stanley loves when anybody makes fun of Gene Simmons. And I said, get out of here. Are you serious? In fact, Paul Stanley is going to give you a call. He has something he wants to offer to you. And later that day, I got a call from him, and he said he'd like me to perform on the KISS cruise. And I said, oh, like stand up? Like, what do you want me? You want me to introduce the band? And he goes, let me ask you a question. How much material can you do about Gene? And I said, literally hours. And he said, you got the gig. Just go on stage and make fun of Gene. And he encourages me to get on stage and do jokes just about Gene Simmons. And what's crazy is there's so many developments that have happened.
Aren't you apprehensive because you just were yelled at basically by Gene? And so Paul, is Paul doing this behind Gene's back, hiring you?
Well, there's a double-edged sword to this. I find out that Paul Stanley loves it. And when Gene confronted me on the air, that night when we had that first confrontation, which is on YouTube somewhere,
was that when you were dressed as Gene Simmons?
Well, I came back. So the next week we had a show meeting, and our producer, Gary Delabate, came in and said, hey guys, you're not going to believe this. I just got off the phone with the KISS headquarters, and which, by the way, that sentence should have been, hey guys, you're not going to believe this. There's a KISS headquarters. You know what I mean? Like there's some Legion of Doom with 4 superheroes flying around.
And gargoyles that have the face paint on it.
Wearing KISS underoos flying around like there's a real place that exists.
Meanwhile, back at KISS headquarters.
Yes, right. Exactly. And he said Gene Simmons wants to come back. He wants to do the show as a guest, except he has one request. His one request is he doesn't want Craig in the studio when he comes back. And I showed up anyway, and I dressed up in a full Gene Simmons costume, and I said, I'm the real Gene Simmons from KISS, and you are an imposter, and I can prove it. Because I got a bunch of cheap crap I want to sell you. And I had a bag full of crap that I had written KISS logo. I had a New Kids on the Block lunchbox, and I took out a Sharpie and I wrote KISS. That's $50 now. And this weird thing happens after that first confrontation. Gene Simmons finds out that night I'm headlining Caroline's for the first time, which for a comedian, that's a huge deal.
That's very huge.
It's really a big deal. Do Times Square. It's, it's really like a coming out party. And someone gave him my phone number, which has now led to this inside joke that I do all the time about Gene Simmons. I still have this voicemail. Gene Simmons called me and left me this message. Boop. Hi, Craig. This is Gene Simmons from KISS. He actually said from KISS.
I love that.
On my answering machine. Like, I'm going to confuse you with Gene Simmons from Pet Boys. Like, I know who you are.
Yeah.
I want you to know, I know you're headlining Caroline's, and I know that's a big deal. I want you to know the KISS Army is behind you, and I support you. That's why I'm going to be in the front row.
Gene Simmons came down to the show with a bunch of women, sat in the front row, and when I started doing jokes about Gene Simmons, Gene just started looking around and going,
he's talking about me.
Isn't that something? He loved it. Then that night, he sends a woman into my dressing room.
What the hell?
It was actually Drew Barrymore's mom, Jade Barrymore, comes in my dressing room and she goes, Gene would like to invite you to a strip club tonight. And I said, oh. And I have 2 friends of mine who are huge KISS fans, and they go, and I go, is it okay to bring some? And she goes, any friend of yours is a friend of Gene's. So we go to the strip club where we end up in this room in the strip club sitting. There's this long couch. Gene Simmons covered in strippers on the couch. Like, it was a real rock star thing to watch a guy like that walk. I mean, the guy has liver spots, and he's, you know what I mean? He's like, and women are like, oh my God, and they're freaking out on him. So he's covered in strippers on one end of the couch, me and my two buddies at the other end going, yay! Like, we're just cheering him on.
No strippers covering you guys.
No strippers anywhere near us.
No.
And Gene notices, and Gene looks at me and goes, hold on, wait a minute.
Man.
And he says to the women, he goes,
Can I ask you a question? Do you like stand-up comedy? You do? Great. Because this gentleman right here is the gentleman who does the impression of me.
isn't that something? And the strippers looked at me and I went, what's going on? And they went, nothing. And I went, okay, that's right. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, that sounds about right. There's nothing going on here. But
this is the saddest and greatest story at the same time.
It really is.
It's the whole
really
show.
is.
So it's a brand new comedy club in Capitol Hill. It's called the Capitol Hill Comedy Bar, formerly the High Line.
Yep.
If you've ever done cocaine in Seattle, you know where the High Line is.
Okay, then.
Is that bad? Should I
No,
not say that?
no, not at all. I think
When you call it the High Line.
Yeah, I mean, no, I think. Well, you know what? We all know where it is now.
So, like, oh, you mean Jeff? Yeah, I'll be there. And Sunday, November 5th, which is the day before the final farewell show for KISS in Seattle. All the tickets at getgas.com. I'm doing 3 cities where I'm doing these KISS-themed comedy shows where I just make fun of KISS. Austin, Texas. It was just going to be Austin and New York, and then I added Seattle because there's tons of musicians in Seattle who are like, you got to do one here. Dude, there are musicians in this town that have crazy KISS stories. Matt Cameron has a story that when he was 15 years old, Matt Cameron used to play in a KISS cover band in town. They called themselves KISS. That's what they call. They had
Matt's the drummer for Pearl Jam and Soundgarden.
Matt's
Yes.
drummer,
Yeah.
and they call themselves KISS.
That's amazing.
And they would do shows once a month at somebody's house at school, and they would pass around flyers. This Friday at Daniel's place, 8 p.m. KISS and the logo, and then here's Daniel's address. And then they're going on at 8 p.m. Matt gets a letter in the mail from Casablanca Records, which is legendarily KISS's record label. They just did a movie about the Casablanca Records. And he goes, oh my God, we're getting signed. We're getting signed. And he calls all the other guys. Man, he goes, come over. I'm not opening until you guys get over it. And everybody gathers at Matt's house so they can open the letter together. They open it up. It's a cease and desist. They were 14, 15 years old. And they got a cease and desist from KISS. When I started doing this impression of Gene, people everywhere that had anything to do with KISS started calling me, writing me emails. Hey, I got a story for you. I got a story for you. Maybe you could use this on stage. And the stories are all going into the show. Did I ever tell you the story about the album that Gene Simmons was producing and the confrontation he had in the studio? There was a guy called me up and said he was recording an album with a band, and he said, the guy who owns this recording studio, huge fan of yours. Can I put him on the phone with you? And I said, of course. And the guy goes, dude, I love all your impressions, especially your Gene Simmons, because Gene was the first guy to ever screw me over in this business. Nice. And he said, Gene came into my studio and he's producing an album for this new artist. And at the last minute, Gene wanted to switch into my largest facility for the same amount of money. And when he showed up, he said, did you get my message? I want to use Studio A. And I said, I did. I actually called you back and I left you a message. Somebody is using that studio. I asked them if they would switch and they said no. And Gene goes, do they know that Gene Simmons from KISS is here? And he goes, you know what? If you want to ask them, you can, but I'm not going to ask them again. And he goes, all right, where's Studio A? And he goes, it's all the way down the hall. It's the last door on the right. Gene Simmons goes walking down the hallway, opens up the door to Studio A, looks inside, and sees the Wu-Tang Clan recording an album. Turns around, comes back up to the front and goes, right, where's Studio B? He never even opened his mouth to the Wu-Tang Clan. Another story is the love advice. I know I've told you this one before. The love advice that he gave to a guy who works for the band who said when we were on tour, this is before Gene got married, Gene hooked up with Miss America while we were on tour. It was the reigning Miss America of that year.
There you go.
Gene hooked up with her. The next night, Gene hooked up with a whore, a tramp, just a girl that was just, everyone in the crew was like, did you see that? I can't believe that he just hooked up with her. The next night, they have a day off in a town that is so small that the band and the crew are staying in the same hotel. And this guy is telling me from his point of view, he said, I saw Gene Simmons walking through the lobby and he's dragging this really heavy-set girl with him, and he gets in the elevator, pushes the button to his floor, and then folds his arms and looks at me through the lobby and goes, oh yeah, bing, and then the doors close, and they go up. He sees him the next day at the show, and he goes, Gene, did you hook up with that girl last night? And he goes, of course. And he goes, Gene, didn't you hook up with Miss America the other day? He goes, Steve, listen to me, okay? You can't have filet mignon every night. Sometimes you got to go to McDonald's. It's the worst love advice that you can give somebody. Yeah. Everyone seems to have a story about that guy. I just... Oh,
man. Craig Gass, by the way, Capitol Hill Comedy Bar presenting Craig Gass. It's an evening of jokes about KISS, and it's happening November 5th. Get those tickets now at GetGass. That's GASS, getgas.com. It's a brilliant idea. Like, you're going to be right the night before those shows doing a comedy show. And of course, it's what you did when, Paul Stanley hired you to do this very thing, because I had no idea that Paul was like, dude, you got to keep this going. We love anybody that makes fun of Gene Simmons, and you're the perfect guy for that.
And Paul, there's two Paul Stanleys. There's offstage Paul Stanley, where I've seen interviews where, and this was such a softball question, someone said, why is KISS so amazing? And Paul Stanley goes, a lot of bands are envious of KISS. I'm even envious of KISS. I'm like, what is that? That's so confident. Like, that's... And then there's onstage Paul Stanley, where I heard him say in Las Vegas, I'm quoting, on stage in Las Vegas, Paul Stanley said, all right, people, now listen. I know this town, Las Vegas, Nevada, is known for its buffets. And I can tell you right now, I see a lot of people in the front row that I really want to eat. And then he started fixing his hair, and I go, what are you talking about? I saw the same show a month later in New York City. I brought a bunch of comedians, Jeff Ross, Steve Byrne, Jim Norton, and anyone that works for the band that's walking by. I'm like, hey, these are my comedian friends. I go, by the way, were you listening in Vegas when Paul Stanley said he was going to eat the front row? 3 different guys who worked for the band said, did you hear what he said in Omaha? What? You didn't hear what he said in Omaha? 3 different guys said that on stage in Omaha, Paul Stanley said, all right, people, now listen. I know this town, Omaha, Nebraska, is known for its Angus beef. And I can tell you right now, after this show, I'm going to want to sink my teeth into some meat. And the crowd went, what? And he goes, now, wait a minute. Hold on. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a thigh or a rump roast. And the crowd went, what? Like, and a guitar techs behind the stage going, what the hell's he doing up there, man? One of my favorite stories I've ever heard was from another guy, another musician, Sebastian Bach. I don't know if you ever... Skid Row. You ever
that kid.
That guy told me a story about going to Gene Simmons' house. We were talking about how cheap Gene is, and Sebastian goes, dude, I was at that guy's house, and that guy has a frickin' KISS museum in his house, which is true. He used to have a room dedicated to every piece of merchandise that's ever existed from KISS. And he goes, dude, I walked in, and there's like a bag with like 100 KISS cell phone covers. I said, dude, what the hell is that? And Gene goes, that's our new promotion for Kissmas. That's our new KISS cell phone covers. Can I have one of those? I wish I could, but if you go to kissonline.com, you can have as many. He wouldn't give them one piece of plastic.
I wish I could, but go to kissonline.com.
You guys have talked to Gene over the years, haven't you?
A long time ago, yeah.
How was he when he talked to you?
What I remember, he was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was very nice. He's promoting whatever he was promoting at the time.
Now, Peter Criss, on the other hand.
Oh, that was a tough one.
Really? What happened, Peter? Now,
he hung up on BJ.
Yeah, and it was all my fault.
What did you say?
I wish.
Do we have that audio? It's in the system somewhere.
Yeah, if we can find the audio. But he was late.
Okay.
And I was. These are the ornery times pre-therapy. So I didn't handle any sort of adversity like a late guest very well.
Quick picture, if you will. We get Peter Criss is calling in. Now, you know I'm a huge Kiss fan as well.
Yeah.
And Peter Criss, one of my all-time favorite drummers. I am fired up.
Yeah.
Peter Criss is going to be on our show.
Yeah.
And he was late, not because he was tardy, didn't show up. He was doing other interviews, and the other radio people
were holding him.
So by the time he got to us, BJ was a little salty.
Yeah, I was very salty.
Do you remember what you said? Or
yeah, he was salty. I think he was salty after I got salty. It didn't take long for Peter to get salty with me after my saltiness.
Ooh.
And then I got salty back at him. And hopefully we can find that audio for you to hear.
See, that's funny is that Peter has had that reputation of being a salty guy. So
he's a cranky New Yorker.
Yeah, and Ace is just kind of, there's a great story about Ace. Someone I know who works for the band said that Ace showed up at a rehearsal once and he goes, "Hey, Tommy, this is my fiance. What's her name?" And she punched him. He forgot his fiance's name.
That's fantastic.
And she actually punched him. And this is the crazy thing. You become friends with Kiss, and you end up doing shows with Kiss, and I think, oh my God, like I'm in with this band, and I'm doing these shows, and I did a show with Kiss that upset Kiss fans, the Kiss Army everywhere, where the Kiss Army hates me more than Gene Simmons ever did.
Oh boy!
I got on the Kiss cruise. I got there's a girl that was she was the cruise director. And when she met me, she said, "Wait a minute, are you Craig? You're the guy who does like the voices with the Family Guy and the. Do you want to do a funny announcement on the ship tomorrow morning?" And I went, "Oh, God, yes." Let me ask you a question. If I make an announcement on the ship, who's going to hear it? And she said, "Well, if you want, we can flip a switch and it'll get piped into every cabin." And I said, "Flip that switch. I know exactly what I want everyone to wake up to tomorrow morning." The next morning, 3,000 Kiss fans from around the world at sea woke up to bing bong.
"Hey, everybody, this is Paul Stanley, and this is Gene Simmons from Kiss. And we have a very important announcement. Do not panic. We have a very important announcement about the Kiss cruise. It seems that the Kiss cruise has just hit an iceberg."
Now, keep in mind, when I said we just hit an iceberg, we're in the middle of the Bahamas when I said that. There's no reason for you as an intelligent person to go, "This ship's going down. The ship's going down." We're in the Bahamas.
But do not panic, because Kiss is going to take care of everybody. We actually have 3 packages to get you off the ship. First, we have the platinum package, which is $5,000. We'll put you in a life raft. You have your own private photo taken with Kiss. Then we have the diamond package. Isn't that right, Paul? That's right, the diamond package. For $10,000, where we throw you in the ocean with Tommy and Eric, and Kiss floats by on a raft. We do a private acoustic show.
Everything I said was stupid.
So stupid.
But it's so ridiculous. And apparently a few Kiss fans actually ran to the employees and said, "So Kiss is going to charge us to get off the boat? Is that the deal?" They actually believed it.
Wow.
Yeah, that is the whole show, beginning to end, jokes about Kiss. That I'm doing one night, Capitol Hill Comedy Bar, the former Highline, and all the tickets are at Get Gas. I'm doing 3 of these shows across the country, including the final shows in New York. But Seattle will be 2 weeks from this Sunday.
Yeah.
At Capitol Hill Comedy Bar, and that room is great, the Highline.
No, I know we had to run, but we did find the audio.
Oh, you've got the audio with me and Peter Criss?
We had to track it down in an old email. I don't know how long it is, but we did find the clip of BJ pissing off Peter Criss from Kiss.
And in all seriousness, how does it feel as a guy who's worked your way through anger issues to hear yourself getting angry?
Yeah, it's not always pleasant to go, "Oh gosh, I was that guy." And I mean, look, I still fall off the horse from time to time, but it's nice. Yeah, I don't look forward to hearing this.
It's kind of like seeing a picture of you like from 20 years ago, and you're like, "Wow, I've changed like physically." This is more of like a mental change.
Well, listen, years ago, I used to come in here all the time and be like, "I love cocaine.
Yeah.
Cocaine is so fun."
That's true. I mean, you're right. Sometimes looking at our old selves or hearing our old selves. And so here's, and I didn't, I wish I realized, God, and Steve, like Steve said, it's his favorite dude, Peter Criss, favorite band, and I completely ruined it. All right. So, he's on the line. All right. Wait, you know what? What's the story with Peter? Can you wait till I finish up this call and go to break?
Oh, he's already irritable.
Because
can we wait?
Well, let's go to the Rev. Oh, he's going to talk to them now?
I think he's talking to him right now.
All right, can I finish up the call? No, I can't. Wait. Hold on a second. He's late, and now I have to go to him right now? That's BS. No, I got news for you. I'm in the middle of a call. Mr. Criss can wait because he is 10 minutes late himself. And I'm in the middle of doing something.
That's legit.
I understand he's calling, and he wants me to pick up the phone. But really, I got to finish this guy. Is that all right? And if he's got to, Steve,
check and see if he could do do another tour, do 10 minutes, and then come back, and then we could do the 8:30.
Otherwise, it's going to be a 4-minute interview.
Yeah. I mean, really?
I don't know, man.
Because I still have to take a break.
Right. That's the least they could do.
Yeah.
Because they didn't give us any update. They didn't give us a warning.
They didn't tell us anything. Nobody knows anything. They didn't even tell us he was going to be. If they called us and told us he was going to be late, we could have done something. But nobody said a word to us. You just had to get a voicemail. I don't know who arranged this interview, but frankly, but seriously, Steve, before I burn a bridge, do you know these people?
These are good people.
All right, never mind.
Never
mind.
But they should have given us a heads up.
We're wasting valuable time right now, so let's take either the call or the other call.
I'll tell you what, Jonathan, can you hang on?
Yeah.
All right, we'll just put Jonathan on hold. All right, you know what? We might as well talk to Peter now because at this point it's all messed up anyway.
Yeah. Sure. All right, so here we go.
Steve, you got where's he at?
The hotline.
All right, there you go. All right, Steve, go ahead.
Thank you. Well, I'm very excited. Growing up, I remember I first heard the opening drum fill of Strutter and fell in love with this guy's style of drumming. Our next guest is the reason why I play drums. Well, him and Animal from the Muppets.
Oh, yeah.
Even though Gene and Paul think they could go on without Peter and Ace, I personally think they're stupid. Please welcome the only drummer for KISS, the Catman himself, Peter Criss.
How you guys doing? You guys sound hostile down there, you okay? Well, hostility down there.
I'll be honest with you. I think I'm starting to see Gene's point, to be quite honest with you. I'll be honest.
How about I hang up on you?
Look at Peter.
I'll give you a piece of real Gene. How he really acts.
You can do what you want, Peter. I mean, you can hang up, you can stay. I mean, it's up to you. But I'm
not going to come on your show and get insulted.
Yeah, but dude, you have to understand that there's hostility.
No, I'm not going to get insulted by you.
But hold on, Peter. You've already started the insult by being late for an interview and then saying we're hostile.
I wasn't late. I've been sitting here since 6 o'clock this morning. What are you, crazy?
Okay, now where am I supposed to go?
Calling.
Yeah, what am I supposed to go with this?
How about we don't do this? Let's just forget it.
Hey, Peter, you can do whatever you want to do, but you have. Oh, there you go. All right, how about that, everybody? Gone. All right, how about that,
huh? Was that Steve saying, how about that?
No, that's all BJ.
That was all me. Yeah. Wow. Steve just was in the chair dejected.
I got to say, the beginning of it, I was on your side because you're right. You're in the middle of something, and now you're supposed to stop because but then when you start with now I'm starting to understand.
You know what? And all he said is you guys sound hostile. And as I hear it now, I go, I could have just rolled and had fun with him. He really wasn't being a jerk. I just was so pissed. Because I had issues.
It's my favorite interview we've ever done.
I had issues.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to hear. It's hard to hear,
Steve
man.
Trying to save it.
Poor, and because again, Steve, it's his guy. Yeah. That's why I feel even more horrible because that's his guy.
I do always think if I only knew, and in my intro I say he's my all-time favorite drummer. I don't know what more to say.
I mean, beforehand,
fair.
If I'd have had an idea, but at that point I was already off the bridge and out of my mind, and there was nothing that Peter Criss could have done. He could have given me $1 million. I still would have been mean to him.
There's moments when I've thought, because of all the jokes that I do about Gene, he always smiles about it, he laughs about it, but I always think someday he's going to get me, and I was in Vegas looking for a place to live. I live in Vegas now, and I was staying at the Rio Casino, and I posted something about being at the Rio, something. Guy who works for KISS texts me and says, hey, are you at the Rio right now? And I said, I am. And he goes, I'm downstairs. There's a KISS mini golf. Gene is here. He wants to talk to you. And I went, and I didn't respond because I thought, this is it. This is the moment where I get killed. I think he's been waiting and waiting. Every time we do something together, it's always in public. It's always me doing stand-up, opening for KISS, doing something with KISS. But now he wants to see me alone. This is the moment. And I got a call from a comedian friend of mine who said, hey, what are you doing? And I said, I am avoiding Gene Simmons right now. And he said, what do you mean you're avoiding Gene Simmons? I said, I'm staying at the Rio in Vegas right now. I just got a text from somebody saying that Gene Simmons is in the building. He's at the KISS mini golf and he wants to see me. And I'm afraid he's going to hit me. And he goes, are you kidding me? If Gene Simmons beat you up at KISS mini golf, do you realize how great of a story that would be? And I was
Hell
like,
of a story.
You know what? You're right. I put on my flip-flops, came downstairs, and it was just Gene hanging out with two guys who had paid $10,000 apiece to hang out with him for an afternoon.
Wow.
And when I came in, he goes, all right, here we go. Come on, let's do it. And I go, what? Do what? And he goes, come on, you know you want to. And I go, oh, you want me to? Hey, I'm Craig. I'm a stand-up comedian. And he goes, come on, impressions. Let's go. And I go, oh, you want, who do you guys want to hear an impression? Do you like Christopher Walken or Tracy Morgan? And then I start doing impressions for them. And they go, man, how'd you learn how to do that? Did you practice? And I said, no, I have an unusual story. I grew up in a deaf family, and I learned how to talk by watching TV. And they go, is that true? And Gene Simmons goes, it's true. His family's deaf, and he's dumb. And I went, what? What? What does that have to do with anything? Like, yeah, that is constant insults. When you come to the comedy show, that whole show I'm doing in 2 weeks, it's just making fun of KISS the entire show. So come out to the brand new Capitol Hill Comedy Bar, formerly the Highline. All the tickets are at getgas.com. The night before the KISS concert, come see KISS Get Roasted. Getgas with 2 S's.com.
November 5th is the night of that show. Craig, always good to see you, buddy.
Great to see you, too. KISS is in town that day, by the way.
KISS.
KISS will be in town the night of the comedy show.
Yesterday, Steve, I don't know how, but somehow he did get this one right.
Atlas is a moon of which planet?
That would be Earth.
No.
That would be Uranus, Sarah.
No.
Saturn.
No. Yes.
Yeah, even Sarah was like, wait, what? You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-803-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 8:53 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's a question from a listener. My house is currently in foreclosure. I've stopped making payments. What can I do to save my house?
If you're already in foreclosure behind on your mortgage, you can stop the foreclosure by filing a bankruptcy. There's different types of bankruptcy. Chapter 13 can help you catch up on your house payments if you're behind. It would mean that you'd have to start making your house payments again and catch up on the amount that you're behind over 5 years. You could also take off or strip off your second mortgage, which would help you to reduce your housing payment every month, especially once you're done with the plan and done catching up on your first mortgage. We could also try to buy you some time by filing a Chapter 13 case. Filing a Chapter 13 would definitely stop your foreclosure.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
Some companies are big, others are small. To Robert Half, their hiring needs are equally huge. At Robert Half, our specialized recruiting professionals elevate their expertise with proprietary AI tools to transform candidate discovery, assessment, and selection. Whether sourcing talent locally or in any geography that works for you, Robert Half can pinpoint hard-to-find candidates in finance and accounting, technology, marketing and creative, legal, and administrative and customer support. At Robert Half, we know talent.
When making a real estate purchase, partner with an agent who is a realtor. We're experts in what we do, with access to exclusive tools and proprietary market data. We're Realtors, members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Are you feeling pressure to choose an insurance plan that doesn't fit your family? You're not alone. This open enrollment, take back freedom over your healthcare decisions with Christian Healthcare Ministries. CHM is the faith-based alternative to insurance that aligns with the values that matter most. Choose a provider you trust with no network restrictions and affordable healthcare programs that work for you. Enroll today at chministries.org/solution. That's chministries.org/solution.
Did you know that 1 in 5 children across the U.S. are at risk of hunger right now? As a grandmother, I know the importance of a filled tummy and the joy it brings. This holiday season, I invite you to join me in filling a few extra plates for the millions of hungry kids out there. With a $10 donation, you can help provide up to 100 meals. Please visit nokidhungry.org/chip in today, because every child deserves a full heart and a full belly.
Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com. Looking to give the gift of pleasure? Add a little high heat to keep the desire burning. Or maybe you just need a little self-care. Come to Lovers for the best lingerie and toys to keep things hot this holiday. Save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow Rewards. Just mention LOVE20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow Rewards membership until November 30th. Some exclusions apply.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Let's play Beat Migs. It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser.
Who's ready to be Migs? I know Chris from Tacoma is. Chris, are you there?
I'm here.
All right, Steve, now get out.
Goodbye.
For those playing at home, Chris has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you'll only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Your body breaks down carbohydrates and converts them into a simple sugar called what?
Glucose.
Yes. What year did The Weeknd perform the Super Bowl halftime show?
2020.
No.
19.
No.
18.
No. What Big Bang Theory actress also stars in The Flight Attendant?
Haley Cuoco.
Yes. What kind of bird can only eat upside down?
A bat.
No.
Pigeon.
No.
Bald eagle.
No. What novel begins all children except one grow up?
Oh, pass. I don't know.
When I'm Gone and Here Without You are hit songs by what band?
I don't know. Pass.
What is the official language of Austria?
German?
Yes. Who plays Adonis in the Creed films?
Oh, Michael B. Jordan?
Yes. What is the name of the NHL team from Colorado?
Rock or Avalanche?
Yes. And with that, you get 5 correct, Chris.
Right down the middle, Chris. We'll see how that does.
Right down the middle. I don't know if it's going to hold up, but who knows? Steve got 0 earlier today.
Really did.
So, I don't know.
That didn't count. That was exhibition.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Your body breaks down carbohydrates and converts them into a simple sugar called what?
Energy.
No.
Sugar. I don't even know. Glucose.
Yes, you do know.
Oh.
What year did The Weeknd perform the Super Bowl halftime show?
Oh, that was what year? I'm going to go 2021.
Yes. What Big Bang Theory actress also stars in The Flight Attendant?
Oh, Penny. What the hell's her name?
Penny.
Haley Cuoco.
Yes.
There we go.
What kind of bird can only eat upside down?
Oh, a bat.
No.
A woodpecker?
No.
Flamingo?
Yes.
Whoa.
What novel begins all children except one grow up?
Peter Pan.
Yes. When I'm Gone and Here Without You are hit songs by what band?
3 Doors Down?
Yes.
Damn.
What is the official language of Austria?
German.
Yes. Who plays Adonis in the Creed films?
Oh, Michael B. Jordan.
Yes. What is the name of the NHL team from Colorado?
Colorado Avalanche.
Yes.
They're going to lose tonight.
Wow, Steve, you get 9 correct, which is a win, 9-5.
Yeah, I told you last game was exhibition.
Sorry, Chris.
Thank you, my friend.
There you go. Well,
wow.
Yeah.
Every question you got to, you got right.
Yeah, he did.
That was impressive.
He was, you know what? He's off the schneid.
I know some of those were guesses, but you guessed right.
Pure intelligence.
Okay, glucose, flamingo.
Flamingo, yes, because they go upside down.
Yeah, they sleep like upside down.
Yeah, so it took me a second for that to kick in. And glucose was just in me. I just didn't know it.
And Peter Pan, though?
Oh, yeah, he's a kid that never grows up.
Yeah.
I would have never thought you would have put that together.
That's
Especially because it was a novel and you don't really read. So.
What was the other question?
You would have got a perfect 10 if you got to it.
Damn it. Okay.
Do you want to know it?
Yeah, I kind of do.
How many rings are in the Audi logo?
Oh.
3?
Oh, no.
No, he would have got it.
No.
9.
Oh, I thought this was so obvious.
Is it 5?
No.
That's the Olympics, dummy.
Oh. Yeah. It's
4.
4.
Oh, it's 4. Duh.
There we go.
We
Your
own,
wife has one.
I know, we own one. I know.
Yeah, I like it. Your wife, a.k.a. your mom.
But yeah, I don't know why I thought that was like such an obvious question. Oh, you would have not got a perfect 10. Sorry.
Yeah, you would have blown it. I at least got to 4.
Eventually.
Yeah. I would have said 3, 4, 5. I know there wasn't 6.
You still killed it though, so
Thank
congratulations.
you. Made up for the last game.
You
That's for
sure
sure.
did.
That is a fact. Either it's all or nothing with this kid. All right. Well, congratulations. You did a great job. And now it's your turn. It's time for Listeners on the Loose, where you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-803-ROCK. We got your calls, we got your texts. We'll take those at 9:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by Kia of Puyallup. What do you want to talk about, man? We're here for you. 206-803-ROCK, the number to call, the number to text. Do remember, though, Steve has a rule.
It's a simple rule, BJ. That's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, well, we're just going to have to gong you. And then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-803-ROCK, the number to call, the number to text.
I think it's a very simple question. But they want to know, if a restaurant has a bad rating, do you still eat there?
Oh, how about this is even a better question for Steve Migs. If a restaurant just got raided by the government, will you eat there?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
You guys made fun because there was that one place that was rated, I think, the 3rd dirtiest restaurant in all of Seattle.
Yes.
That we affectionately called the Dirty Teriyaki place right across from our old building. And that day, I think I went and got teriyaki from them because I was like, well, if there's ever a day it's going to be the cleanest, it's got to be now.
Yeah, I really go by the happy face ratings that they have on all the restaurants.
See, my wife and I were having this conversation because there's a couple of nice places that we go to that actually, long wait lists, and they're in like the South End, Puyallup area. And they have, one of them has good, which we're like, well, why isn't it great? You kind of, it's so funny how you're like, what made it good?
Yeah.
And then another one had needs improvement.
Yeah, that I'm not going to.
But we've been there so many times and we've always had a very good meal.
Oh, yeah. I guess if you've been there, that makes sense.
But we never noticed the sign until recently. And we're like, what did they do that needs improvement?
Yeah, that scares me a little bit because, like, did they have something running in the back in the kitchen? And
right.
Yeah, I mean, it's really,
Do you ever wonder, like, what led to it? Like, I wish there was like a QR code right there on that sign and you can scan it and then find out why it needs improvement.
Well, what's your deal breaker? Obviously, you want to know what led to it. So is the deal breaker bad service or, rodents running around in the kitchen? What do you need before you to go, all right, I'm not eating here?
I mean, short of them like selling children or like, honestly, I don't have any.
I don't know. Wouldn't it be great if the government came by and said, you need improvement because you're selling children? Otherwise, you got a great restaurant.
To be honest with you, there's not much that would keep me from going to a restaurant if I already eaten there and I thought the food was good. I wouldn't care if it had a poor rating.
Yeah. Oh, really?
I wouldn't.
Wow.
I know it's bad.
Are you buying? If you're buying, I'll go to a poor restaurant.
Well, it depends on how expensive. That teriyaki place, sure, it's like $6 for a plate.
But if I'm using my own money, I'm not going to a poor or needs improvement. I don't think I just be like, no, thank you.
Have you ever? I wonder if anyone who's listening has ever asked, like the hostess or host or waiters, like, why do you need improvement here? Like, I want to know.
And I wonder if they say something. I feel like you've got to say something if you got a needs improvement sign out there. You have to lead with, "Hey guys, the reason we got the needs." Otherwise, I'm like, why? But then why am I even in there? Maybe that's the thing.
Or was there dust on the shelves that led to that, or was there was there like a rat in the back that like ended up in the deep fryer?
Yeah, that's
still going to eat there.
Yeah. 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call, the number to text for listeners on the loose.
So you can look at the reports online. Just go to the Pierce County Health website.
Oh, really? Didn't even know there was so there must be a King County Health website too.
Oh no, look for this.
Find out what the needs improvement's about. I guess it should be public information. Let's go to Brian in Arlington. Brian, you are on the Rock.
Morning, everybody.
Brian, what's up, buddy?
So, the other day I went to a fast food place that rhymes with Rick Ronald, and I was admiring these long nails that these workers have. These girls that are, taking the money and handing the food out and stuff, and I was telling my wife about it the other night, and she was like, "That's disgusting." And I was like, "What? Why?" And then, like you guys were talking about this morning, all the stuff that gets caught under there and stuff. I don't know, it makes me a little uncomfortable.
I hadn't even thought about stuff getting caught under those long fingernails. Hadn't even thought about that, but that could be why a lot of people do find long nails disgusting. Hadn't even thought about that. Yeah,
obviously they're the fake ones, and they're all glitter-fied for Halloween stuff, and they look really cool. But she was like, I don't think fast food people should have long. I don't think any restaurant workers should have long nails because of.
I mean, a lot of places will put the gloves on.
Yeah, I thought you put gloves on usually. But
I don't know about certain fast food restaurants. I don't know if they all do that. Like some people aren't cooking, so they just take the bag and they just give it to you. And I feel like the people giving you the bags, well, as long as they're not touching your food, I don't think it matters if they got long nails or not. But if you're preparing my stuff, you're really putting the meat on the bun or something. All right. I mean, I kind of would like you to have gloves on, and I would like you not to be Wolverine with your nails. That'd be great.
The funny thing is that when I cook my own food, I'm probably just more disgusting than any person that's at the restaurant. But it's my own food, so I don't care.
You like your own filth.
Yes,
I think that really is. Or was it Fat Bastard that said it in the wonderful movie Austin Powers 3? Everybody likes their own brand. I think.
Is that what he called it?
Yeah. So everybody likes their own brand. And he was speaking in the gaseous nature.
Oh, so our buddy Craig Guest is listening. He just texted, says there are 7-Elevens that have excellent ratings from the health department in Seattle.
Oh, really?
So I guess if I want to eat, I'm going to a 7-Eleven.
I didn't even know they rated 7-Eleven, but they do sell food. So then some of their hot dogs must be great. I mean, they got to be great if they're rated great, right?
Well, I don't think you're getting rated on the quality of food. I think it's just on the quality of the place. Like it's clean.
That's great, though. That means those hot dogs are in good shape.
Right, are you keeping your jar of mayo in the right temperature or something? I don't know. I'm sure. I don't know.
You know what? You are definitely qualified to be speaking on the subject.
I've seen Restaurant Impossible. I've seen Chef Irvine.
What else do you need to know?
Yeah.
What else do you need to know?
Yeah. So he says, I don't care about the rating of food. Price is over ratings any day of the week. I won't go to a restaurant if it's overpriced, even if it has a good rating. But if it's underpriced crap hole, sure, why not? Sign me up if it's got good food.
Yeah, I just don't. I'd rather not know. That it's like if you're taking me to a needs improvement or a pour, just don't let me see that sign.
Yeah, but nowadays I feel like they're always right there on the door, right? Line of sight.
That's why you got to. You know what? You got to blindfold me like they do when they take you to the secret location. Just put a bag over my head and then take me to this restaurant.
Okay, so we're going to a place and I walk you in with a blindfold. Like, don't worry. He just doesn't want to know how well you guys did on the ratings.
I don't want to know. And it could be great. It could be not great. But if that's oh man. That's tough for me because it gets in my head. It just gets in my head like they're poor. I don't want to know. I got to go. 206-803-ROCK. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. Mike in Covington, you are on the Rock.
Hey, what's happening, guys?
Hey, Mike, welcome to the show. What you got, buddy?
So I got a Gene Simmons story for you.
Okay.
We had Craig Gass in studio not too long ago, and he's doing a great comedy show on November 5th. GetGass.com, because it's a whole show about Gene Simmons and KISS, and that's it. That's what the whole show's about, which is a day before the big show at Climate Pledge. What you got? What's your story about Gene and KISS?
So I happened to be at the premiere of Tom Cruise's movie Oblivion. And
Steve hates that movie, and I love that movie.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I won't even get into all that. But anyway, we ended up getting front row of the red carpet with my son who was 9 at the time, 8 or 9, and then my daughter and my wife. And they wanted kids on the front line because Tom Cruise was kind of going through that I'm not seeing my kids thing. So they wanted everybody to see that Tom loves the kids, right?
Oh.
So they got us right front and center. And, so the red carpet goes in this like rectangle where all the stars who come in for the premiere do interviews with like People Magazine and, all the nightly shows. And so Gene Simmons comes walking in with Nick and his daughter and Shannon, and they go right to the first booth, and it's Mario Lopez, and he's interviewing him. And my son and I watch Family Jewels all the time. We love that show. And my son, out of nowhere, at the top of his lungs, says, "Gene, my tongue's bigger than yours." And I swear to you, literally, Gene stops his interview with Mario Lopez, puts his hand up like, "Hey, dude, hold on." And he walks all the way across the red carpet over to where we're standing. And he goes, "Show it to me, kid." And my son sticks his tongue way out, and Gene points his finger up. I got the greatest photo. I'll send it to you guys. And he points his finger at my son's tongue, and he goes, "The girls are going to love you."
Oh, my. Jeez. Wow.
And he goes, "Good job, kid." And he walks back over to his interview.
That is a pretty awesome story considering that, he stops, he goes, talks to the kid, and I love that. You'll never forget that.
I will email you guys the photo. It's the greatest photo. My son has it framed in his bedroom. He loves it.
That is so awesome. Yeah, we would love to be able to. We'd love to see that photo. That's fantastic. Wow, I
will email it to you guys.
Wow,
that's funny.
Can you have a better Gene Simmons experience?
And it's nice to know that if someone yelled something as random as that to him, that he's not going to be all like, "Oh, I'm too cool for this." Like that's something that people know him for. He's like, "Oh, all right, let's check it out. Let's see what's up."
Yeah, that's fun, man. That's fun. I love that. That's a great story. 206-803-ROCK, the number to call, the number to text. It's listeners on the loose.
All right, so it says time to take the pill, the blue pill.
Okay.
One fully catered box suite for you and 5 friends for one game for every Washington team. The red pill. Every game of every team for you and one friend and one item at the snack bar, but it's nosebleed seats and you can't upgrade or sell.
Okay, I feel like the red pill sucks. What was that? What's the blue pill giving me?
The blue pill, you get a suite for you and 5 friends, but you go to one game for each team in Washington. So like you get a suite for one game for the Kraken, one game for the Seahawks.
Is that forever for the rest of my life? I guess that's what he means.
Just for one game for every Washington team.
Right. And then what's the red pill give me?
You get a pair of tickets to go to every game of every team.
Oh, I'll take the blue pill because I can't make every game.
So you just want one game and that's it.
But yeah,
one and done.
Yeah, I'll be one and done for that just because I can't take if the red pill says I got to go to every game.
You don't have to. You just can't resell them.
Oh.
But you get tickets for every game.
Oh, but they're nosebleeds. Oh, I see. I don't know.
I'm going with that one.
You like the nosebleeds?
Well, especially I'm a big hockey fan and also Seahawks, and I prefer. Like, I'm not going to say no to be close to the field or close to the ice. It's a great experience. It's cool to see everything that up close and personal. But as far as for overall enjoyment as watching a game, I'd much rather be higher up and watch things unfold that way.
Aren't the suites higher up? Usually?
Yeah, but I only get one game.
Yeah, the one game I understand, but that's
right.
But I think the suites, if it was
the suites are high up, but not as high up as the nosebleeds.
Yeah, I feel like a suite's a good suite. Suites are good for me. I know it's tough. It is a tough one, but I think I'm going to go with suites. I like the suite life.
Yeah, but you're only getting it once.
I agree,
and
but
it's over.
It's what?
So they just got teased.
Yeah, but that's it. You're only getting one season, right?
Oh, it said for life. I thought
for life.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think this guy. I'm adding that part.
Yeah, I know. There's no for life in there. I mean, that I'll take the damn. That team seems like a raw deal.
So for one season, and that's it.
Yeah, one season I'll still take. I will just take the one game, one season.
I also like how you're trying to convince BJ of something different when he's never been to a Kraken game. This is his first one tonight.
Yeah. And I would go in a suite in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and that would be it for the whole year.
It probably will be anyway.
Yeah. And look, there's certain arenas where nosebleed. I don't want to deal with that. It's way too high up. But that climate pledge we've sat 2-3 rows back from the very tippy top, and it was a great experience. The viewing, the sight lines are fantastic.
Yeah, well, my night's now changed because my buddy, his wife was supposed to go to a Pink show, and now she's coming to the Kraken game. So now I got to be on my best behavior.
Well, you plan on you're going to streak the ice?
Well,
or are you going to go hit the strip clubs?
I
Are you bringing some
usually,
whores with you? What do you mean you have to be on your
I
best
don't know if
behavior?
I've even met this person before, so I know how I am with him. I'm an a-hole because I'm an a-hole with all my buddies.
What if she's an a-hole?
Well, that would be fantastic, but you can't make that assumption. You know, you don't know. I mean, it's a person's significant other. Usually, you usually figure that, okay, around somebody's wife, you got to have your best manners, don't you?
Oh, Pink was Pink at the Tacoma Dome then?
Yeah,
and it
she
was
had to
canceled.
postpone.
Yeah.
I saw she postponed. I just assumed it was Climate Pledge.
Oh, no.
So I was like, wait a second, you can't have both at the same place, but that makes sense now.
Well, that's why Pink said, listen, I will only do shows while the Kraken are playing, and I want to be on the ice with them.
Can I ask an awkward question?
An awkward question?
Kind of.
Oh, go for it.
Is your buddy not comfortable enough to just not? I mean, did she need to do something to do in order for him to have something to do? Like that seems kind of strange. Like, why is it like, oh, bummer, you can't go to Pink, but I already got plans for my buddy BJ. Sorry.
Yeah, all I got was a message saying, hey, my wife's coming because Pink canceled. We didn't get into it. I just got it this morning, so I don't know.
You should reply, well, then I'm not.
No,
make a decision.
I really was thinking about that just because it's like I don't like going places where I don't know anybody, and also,
but there'll be like 17,000 other people.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to miss the Kraken game, so I mean, I'm getting in my head. I know this is how I am, but I don't know. I might have met her, but I can't remember if I did.
Odd, yes. Okay.
And so it's sort of like, but it changes the evening, doesn't it? It changes the evening.
Here's the one thing, though. I mean, you're a fan of hockey. You enjoy watching the games. Like, Danny and I go, we talk a little bit here and there, but for the most part, we're just enjoying the game. And, like, every once in a while, like, blah, 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 and then we're back to watching the game. So it's not like you guys are just going to a dinner.
We are going to a dinner before
cancel
the hockey
that.
Game. I know. You're right. You're right. At the game, it's fine.
Right.
At the game, it'll be fine.
You have a distraction.
But we're supposed to go to dinner beforehand. Because he likes this place that he likes to go sort of pre-funk at this place before he goes to the game.
Well, see, my question was, did they just have 3 tickets, or did they?
Yeah, how did he just get another ticket to
I have no idea how
a home opener?
Happened.
Because if they just bought an extra one, she probably won't be sitting with you guys anyway. Because you just have to.
What
buy
if I'm the one not
tickets.
sitting with them? What if he sends me packing? That's what I was thinking too. It's like, how can he send her packing? I think I might be in my own seat, and that's like, well, is that cool? I mean, what do see? And I don't want to be.
Said you're about to be the third wheel on a couple's date.
Exactly. I was kind of like, ay. I'm with you, Steve. I don't know why. I mean, is it weird for me to be like, why? I don't. Again, because I don't even think I've spent any time with this person. I don't even know this person. I don't think.
Is he excited for you to meet her though? Maybe he's just like, oh, sweet. I could get to finally get BJ to meet my wife.
I've been in his house where his wife's been in the house, and I don't think I've ever met the person. Or maybe if I did, it was like a quick hi and goodbye. But even then, I'm not even sure.
Huh.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. It's because we board game together. So it's like she doesn't do that. So she probably, maybe I did say hi to her one time. I can't remember.
It's such a weird, and I wondered, did she invite herself, or did he say, oh, cool, you're not going to Pink, you should come with BJ and I to the Kraken game.
And I feel bad feeling bad.
Well,
I feel awkward. I just go, I don't know what I'm going to do here.
Look
at Danny. Look on Danny's face.
I would just say get really drunk and just be the inappropriate person you wanted to be.
Yeah, do whatever you want. Just say whatever you want.
I'm going to have a beverage. I have to now. I'm going to have a beverage because I'm going to be nervous because it's like I don't want to make this guy look bad in front of his wife. I usually make anybody look bad because I'm their friend.
I don't think he would want you to come if he felt there was any risk of you making of screwing things up in front of him and his wife.
I don't think he's got good judgment.
Okay, well,
he really shouldn't be inviting me to this with his wife. I feel badly for him because it's like, what are you doing? Don't you know who I am? But all right then. Okay, so
you know what you should do?
Oh no, don't give me any bad ideas.
You go to the game, and then at some point, I think they have like a text line for unruly fans. You dime her out for being inappropriate and get her kicked out of the game.
That would be great. I just have to make sure it doesn't get traced back to me.
Right? No. So she's got you back. Now that we got her out of the situation, let's have fun.
Oh boy. You pick the topic. You guide the show. It's listeners on the loose. Call us. Text us 206-803-ROCK. More of your calls, more of your texts. We'll take them at 9:36 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
It's time to talk about Felix, the pet insurance brand made just for cats. Starting at under $1 a day, you can get whisker-to-tail protection with a plan as unique as your cat. Sorry, dogs. This customizable coverage is exclusively for feline friends. Learn more at FelixCatInsurance.com. That's FelixCatInsurance.com. Get it? Meow.
Insurance is underwritten by Independence American Insurance Company and produced by Independence Pet Group. Pre-existing conditions are not covered. Visit FelixCatInsurance.com/terms for all terms and limitations.
This holiday season, give concert and comedy tickets to their favorite artists. Choose from thousands of the hottest upcoming shows, plus other great gifts for every fan on your list, like VIP packages, artist merch, gift cards, and more. You can also ask for concert and comedy tickets with a Live Nation wish list. Just sign in, add your favorite shows, and share with friends and family. Get what you really want this year and gift the unforgettable at LiveNation.com/gifts. That's LiveNation.com/gifts.
This holiday season, make your journey memorable with Travel Centers of America, where our motto is simple: return every traveler to the road better than they came. Avoid any hassle and stop at our one-stop shop for all your holiday travel needs. Fuel up, indulge in delicious snacks, and dine at one of our full-service restaurants. Hit the road with peace of mind knowing we've got you covered. For more info, go to ta-petro.com. Travel Centers of America, your road to happy travels.
Transit is better with an Orca card. Here's why. 1. It's easy. Just tap and pay your way onto Metro and all other public transit around the Sound. 2. Your tap shows us when and where you're riding the most, so Metro can serve you better. And 3. Orca cards are for everyone. 18 and younger now ride free with a free youth Orca card. So what are you waiting for? Get an Orca card, tap for transit, and make your ride count today. Visit kingcounty.gov/tap for transit.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's listeners on the loose. 206-803-ROCK. Joe and Stanwood, you are on the Rock.
Hola.
Hola, Joe. Hola. Don't forget the men's room afternoons here on the Rock. What you got for us, buddy?
So, like Craig was saying, Gene Simmons at the strip club with all these girls. Kind of a similar situation. About 23, 24 years ago, we were throwing a bachelor party for my buddy. We went down to Portland, and we went golfing for the day, and then we ended up at the Acropolis.
Of course.
And we were rolling about 15 deep of us, so we came in there like we were bosses. We got a crew. We're ready to party. So we got there about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and about 12:30, guess who walks in? Slayer.
Slayer! The entire band walks into the Acropolis.
The entire band. So now, the girls, there's a few that kind of stayed with us, but the majority of the girls swarmed to them. It was like, when you blow up a balloon and you pull the thing and it squeals, that's what it sounded like. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, bum, bum, bum. It's like, oh, dude.
Yeah, you can't compete with Slayer.
That was a crazy night.
Yeah, that you guys thought you were bosses until Slayer walked in.
Joe, did you get to chat with
Yeah.
Did you get to chat
We
with
didn't
them?
have the money. Yeah, we all said hi and everything because we're all in the Slayer back in the day. But they're really cool guys. But man, these women, man, they just like left us like chopped livers. Like, oh, dude.
I mean, I'd probably bail on you guys too to hang out with Slayer. I get it.
I would have bailed. I would have bailed on the groom. It was like, dude, I'm out myself.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
bunch of dudes from Kent.
Dude, that's awesome.
We got the bunch of dudes from Kent, and we have one of the most iconic metal bands of all time.
That's a life lesson, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what? There's always a bigger fish, and you realize where you are in the pond when Slayer walks in.
Slayer always wins.
Yeah.
That place is an iconic spot for so many bands.
Yeah.
Like I think it was Manson back in the day. I think Marilyn Manson said that's like his favorite strip club of all time.
Oh, wow.
I think there's a few others that have also put it up there as one of the best. I think A, because it's a chill vibe, and B, because of the cheap food.
Yeah, one day I'll have to get down there.
Well, maybe your buddy that you're going to the Kraken game, after the game, you guys could go head to Portland and go to the Acropolis. And, his wife that's now coming, she could be the driver.
Hey, that's a great idea. Designated driver to Portland. We can party. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I'll propose that at dinner. 206-803-ROCK, the number to call, the number to text. It's listeners on the loose.
So to be down with you, my bud used to do that all the time. Last minute, he would bring his wife to boys' night out, that kind of stuff. Not that we were hitting up strip clubs or whorehouses, but we were just grabbing some beers and chicken wings. It always changed the vibe because you would look at us with a judgy look. LOL.
Yeah, I haven't spent time with this person. That's the other thing. I don't really know this person. I said hello once, if at all. And now it's like, okay, and it's somebody's significant other, which, look, man, he's my demographic, so he's close to my age. We were raised that, look, you just don't be the same, when you are around somebody's wife, especially if you don't know that person. You got to be on your best.
Maybe it's time to teach him a lesson. Keep calling her by the wrong name and keep acting like you've already met her and be like, oh, that's the other girl you brought out to dinner.
Wow. I would love to do that.
No, you don't want to just crush them.
Yeah. Oh, man, I just hate being awkward. You know what I mean? I just hate it, and it's going to be, in my own brain, it's going to be awkward for me.
I'm sure, after a couple of chats, you'll probably be like, oh, this was actually a lot of fun.
It probably will be.
Right.
There's no reason to think that she's not a cool person. It's just, I guess I'm old school because you just don't do that, do you?
Another text says, one of my buds would bring his wife into the locker room after our beer league hockey games. She's cool and all, but it was awkward getting next to naked and drinking beers with her sitting there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's there's places where dudes just go, all right, you don't want me here, and I get it. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why that isn't this. It's just not reciprocal. I just feel like
that's why I wonder though. Is it her?
Yeah.
That doesn't she's like, now I got free time, I'm going to go and just kind of impose, or is it him that's just like, I love having her around, and I'm sure my friend BJ will love having her around too.
Or communication. He could also be thinking like, oh, if I don't invite her, she's going to be mad. Whereas he never asked her, and she may be like, oh, you guys are having a boys' night? That's cool.
Well, she had a thing. I mean, she was going to Pink. I think that's why he was like, you're going to Pink, I'm going to go hang out with my buddy.
Sure.
So it's like, find something else to do, right?
Be like, hey, we're going to go see some Pink too. And then
I got news for you. If he told me, would you like to go to the game with my wife and me?
You'd say no.
I would have probably said no.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's today. I found out today.
I would have said yes in a heartbeat, especially for the home opener.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You got it. Let's go.
Yeah, I know. I get it. Had it been maybe yeah, I mean, look, it's probably, that's why I'm really torn. I do want to go see the game.
Yeah.
And it is a free ticket, of course. And,
well, you back out today. Let's just say you did. That's only going to make things kind of weird in the future. Because what if there's ever a time that you do, she's going to be like, hey, I thought you were going, it's just you and I thought you were bringing your friend BJ. And he's like, well, he found out you were coming, so he decided he didn't want to go.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you don't, that's why you gotta
It is an interesting thing because I feel like if my girlfriend had something going on and I planned a night with Joe and then her plans got canceled, I would ask Joe, like, hey, is it cool if Lynn comes? Like, just to be like, hey, is it, is that something that's cool? If it was like a boys' night out, and usually Joe would be, I feel like you'd be comfortable to be like, nah, let's just do us. You know what I mean? But I also think my girlfriend would probably be like, do you sure you still want to have a boys' night? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just checking, like, are you good with that?
Yeah, I wouldn't picture my wife being like, now that I'm free, I'm going to get into your plan.
Yeah.
And look, I know your girlfriend, so I feel like, okay, I know what I can be around her.
Sure.
So it doesn't bother me. But I like when I don't know somebody.
It's unknown.
And it's somebody's wife, I'm like, oh, gosh, I don't want to make this a horrible evening for the guy because I happen to be me.
Show up wearing a T-shirt, cracking colors, of course. It says boner donor on it. And if she laughs, then you know you're good.
That's it. And if she doesn't...
rat her out to the security saying that she was being...
That's the best idea you've come up with all day.
So far, get her kicked out of the game.
Let's go to Chester in Tacoma. Chester, you are on the rock.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Chester, what you got for us, buddy?
All right, well, I'm playing hooky today, and I just wanted to know what it is that y'all normally do if you're playing hooky.
Oh.
We
never play hooky here at this fan radio station. We're always sick when we're out.
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes I just like to go walk in the park and read a book.
Okay.
Personally. Wow. Smell some flowers.
Wow. Usually people lie about why they can't be at work. You lie about what you do when you're not at work.
Wait, so you have no responsibilities outside of work? Like you don't have a kid that you have to hang out with, or a wife, or a girlfriend? You just have all day free?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to catch a movie at the movie theater, but other than that, I really don't know what else I want to do with my day.
So you played hooky, just said, hey, I'm going to take the day off. Well, I'd sleep in. That's the first thing I do, Chester. I'd sleep in like a son of a...
Too late. He's calling right now. He's up.
So what time do you normally get up for work?
It depends on the day. Some days are different. Some days it's like 5. Some days it's 7. It all depends.
All right, you're still getting a sleep in. The movie's a good idea.
Do you have any buddies that also don't work during the day where maybe you can like meet up and go to a bar and get like a happy hour or something like that?
That's a nice thing.
No, actually, what day is it today?
Tuesday, sir.
I'm checking because today is actually 3 months sober for me. So.
Oh, right. You could go to happy hour and get good food deals. Like honestly, there's so many times like the Matador, they don't have drink specials. They just do like $7 nachos, and they're amazing.
That's a good call.
Yeah,
unless of course being around alcohol stuff.
That's fair. I mean,
leave it to me. I think
you came up with a great idea.
Dude. Well, you'll get wasted today. He's like, well, I'm celebrating 3 months sobriety. And I'm like, I'm the douche.
Well,
sorry.
We know what I like to do is I like to go get some meth. What do you say, Chester? Let's go.
Wow. Any interest in going to a cracking game with BJ?
There you go.
You know, I've already got a bunch of people invited. Why don't you be the fourth? Come on over.
Today you're bringing your friend at Chester that you just met on the radio.
Let's do it, Chester. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, dude. You can make me the awkward vibe for your friend then.
That's what I'm saying.
I know, dude. I really should. I
got even better idea, BJ.
What's that?
I can be 10 times the a-hole you will ever be, and it will make you look fantastic.
Oh, there we go.
What an offer.
I'll bring Chester so he makes me look
Chester,
good.
I like the way you're thinking.
I like that too. Well, have a great day, Chester, playing hooky. Hooky's a great thing. All right, we have a big question that must be answered right now. What do Ryan Castle and Vanilla Ice have in common? You're going to find out at 9:50 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and Vanilla Ice have in common?
A lot of times there's girlies on standby waiting just to say hi, but do I stop? No, I just roll by.
Also said Steve collaborates and listens to both of them. See?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Both were killing it in the 90s, but now they're just remodeling homes. That sounds like growing up right there.
Yeah, it sure does.
Sounds like waxing a chump like a candle.
Well, this next story...
Yes, I know all the words to that song.
Yeah, you do.
I think it's prerequisite if you're in your late 30s, early 40s. Right. You have to know those words.
How about Chuck Norris and Vanilla Ice are going to be in a movie together? I want to see this. It's called Zombie Plane. I guess somebody needs to keep their medical going for SAG and AFTRA. Chuck will actually be playing himself, and so will Vanilla Ice. Here's the concept. The government has trained celebrities to be undercover agents to fight zombies on a plane.
This is all thanks to Sharknado.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, yeah. I saw there was another one like Monsternado. I think that's coming out.
They're just going to greenlight the dumbest stuff.
Oh, yeah. And Ian Zerling,
like us are going to watch it.
Ian Zerling showed them. He's like, look, I was just trying to get my medical, and look at all the money I made. So Chuck's like, okay. Vanilla's like, okay, let's do it.
How are you going to get 90 minutes out of that premise?
You just watch us, brother.
It's going to happen.
I mean, how does Ryan get a 12-pack every day? Same thing. Yeah, but he's got one.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My ride smells just right, just right, just right, just right. I gotta try that Febreze car. Just right, just right, just right. La 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 la. With up to 40 days of consistency. All over Febreze car clips right on your bed. You know my car's my happy place. Keep that smile on my face. And it smells just right, just right, just right. Yeah, breathe happy Febreze. La 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 la.
Cozy up to fall deals at Whole Foods Market. Save on air-chilled boneless skinless chicken breast for $5.99 per pound with Prime through October 17th. Warm up over a steamy pot of chicken noodle soup. While supplies last, shop in-store or online. Terms apply.
At Car Toys, we're driven to do more to elevate every driver's experience. From daily commuters to auto enthusiasts like ourselves. Whatever you drive.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I have a mountain of credit card bills and consumer debt. Can I still keep my house if I file bankruptcy?
Yes, you almost always can keep your home and your house, your car in a bankruptcy. Depending on what type of bankruptcy you file, would depend on whether or not, for example, you can keep your vehicles if you have payments on them still. You can almost always keep your home if you're current on the payments on your home, even in full bankruptcy. In Chapter 13, you can also keep those items. If you're behind on your house, you could catch your house payments up in a Chapter 13, take off a second mortgage in a Chapter 13. So keeping your primary assets like a home and car is almost always possible in bankruptcy.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
From the very beginning, your kids mean everything to you. That means you do anything for them, especially if they're at risk. So when it comes to type 1 diabetes, screen it like you mean it. Because even if just one person in the family has it, your child is up to 15 times more likely to get it too. Screen it like you mean it. Because type 1 diabetes can develop at any age. And once you get results, you can get prepared for your child's future. So screen it like you mean it. Type 1 starts long before there are symptoms. But one blood test could help you spot it early, before they need insulin, and could lower the risk of serious complications like diabetic ketoacidosis or DKA. Talk to your doctor about how to screen for type 1 diabetes. Because the more you know, the more you can do. So don't wait. Tap now or visit screenfortype1.com to learn more. Again, that's screenfortype1.com. Screen it like you mean it.
Some companies are big, others are small. To Robert Half, their hiring needs are equally huge. At Robert Half, our specialized recruiting professionals elevate their expertise with proprietary AI tools to transform candidate discovery, assessment, and selection. Whether sourcing talent locally or in any geography that works for you, Robert Half can pinpoint hard-to-find candidates in finance and accounting, technology, marketing and creative, legal, and administrative and customer support. At Robert Half, we know talent.
Are you feeling pressure to choose an insurance plan that doesn't fit your family? You're not alone. This open enrollment, take back freedom over your healthcare decisions with Christian Healthcare Ministries. CHM is the faith-based alternative to insurance that aligns with the values that matter most. Choose a provider you trust with no network restrictions and affordable healthcare programs that work for you. Enroll today at chministries.org/solution. That's chministries.org/solution.
Can we afford Thanksgiving dinner this year? This is a choice families across America are facing. I know that we can do better, and that's why I support No Kid Hungry. No Kid Hungry is tirelessly working to provide millions of meals to children who could face hunger this holiday season. Yet there's a missing piece to this puzzle, and that's you. Visit nokidhungry.org/chip in, and let's make sure children in your community aren't going to bed hungry, not just on Thanksgiving, but every day of the year.